All right. All right. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. Yeah. As the title implies, y'all, I am not joking about this. We need to get rolling for real because we're launching this podcast in the morning and it's already 12:47 Pacific time. Pacific daylight time, I believe technically. So like yeah, man. Shoot. I we it's serious now. So um I got my chat open um and all those things. So let's see what's happening over here. Uh all right. I don't have anybody watching over there. I ain't got nobody watching over there. All right, it's good. You know, to be honest, I don't really expect a lot of people to watch this one because first of all, it's nighttime and people should be asleep. Only reason I'm not asleep is because I don't know how to stop working. So one of these days I'll figure it out, but today isn't the day. And not just that, but I have a lot of goals and I have a lot of dreams and stuff like that. And one of my goals and dreams is to see something come to fruition that's really, really bomb. And what that is right now, at least, is seeing this podcast that I'm a part of. Um, See this podcast that I'm a part of be big, like blow up. I need to stop this recording because it's taking up a lot of CPU. Stop recording. Okay. I want to see this podcast that I'm a part of blow up basically. And it has potential. Now we just got to take it to that next level. And so I do the video for it, I do the audio for it, and I do the editing for it. I do all of it, actually, pretty much. Outside of just being like the presenter, I'm like the one who's like having the control over most of this. So let's go ahead and get into. You already know the program that we're going to, right? At this point in time, I feel like y'all should know where we're headed. Let me hop into studio mode just real quick, um, so I can make sure that this thing is spinning and floating, and it's not. See, I already knew. I already knew. I was like, let me go over here into studio mode to get this thing activated. Okay, it's good now. Let's transition. So yeah, you already know where we're going, and that is Premiere Pro. That's where we go all of the time, right? So yeah, and we're back. Y'all, I just like to say that I got some really good reviews on the video that I did yesterday. A lot of really good reviews on that video that I did yesterday. So shout outs to that. Actually, before I get rolling on this, how much time do I have? I'm gonna show you all this video that I did, and check this out. Hey, this is Jonathan Smith. This is the video that I worked on, just because I want y'all to see this thing. Jonathan Smith here. Are you a physical therapist or sports medicine physician eager to elevate your client base, increase profits, and enhance your brand recognition? I'll introduce you to the JD. I'm gonna hide myself for a second. A game-changing strategy designed to draw your ideal customer to your practice. I'll show you how this approach so y'all can see this thing. Pre-qualified clients to your practice, so I can see the full version of this thing. Your care. You might feel like this is impossible, and I felt the same way. Once we started applying this process to all our clients, we found they started attracting their ideal customers, hide myself for a second, while staying true to their brand. Over the years, my team and I developed a formula called the JDS Pulse method. Many businesses don't use this strategy. They believe customers are drawn to them solely because of their exceptional goods, products, services, or because they're really good at collecting local referrals. However, the truth is, these factors are rarely the reason customers choose your business. We purchase from businesses we know, like, and trust. It's as simple as that. The less a customer knows about your brand, the lower the likelihood they'll choose you. The harsh reality is that sometimes brands with the best products and services fall short against competitors with inferior offerings simply because people don't have a strong connection with them. This strategy will change how you do business and how you attract clients. Here's exactly how it works. Step number 1, brand and cultural analysis. We conduct a thorough brand and cultural analysis to evaluate various elements crucial to our client's business. This analysis delves into their themes, colors, fonts, ethos, core values, and overall brand identity. By scrutinizing these aspects, we aim for a seamless and unified message across all content intended for prospective patients. Step number 2, content calendar crafting. We implement a strategic content calendar crafting approach to maintain consistent engagement with our audience. We release content at least every other day to sustain audience interest and continually attract prospective patients to our clients' offerings. What just happened? Step number 3, cross-platform tailoring. Cross-platform tailoring involves optimizing content to suit the unique requirements and user behaviors of various social media platforms. This approach ensures that our content resonates effectively across each platform, maximizing engagement and impact. Step number 4, DFY content deployment. Our DFY content deployment service is designed. All right, let me pause since for whatever reason, this is acting like it just has to be on the screen for some reason. I don't really know why. It's kind of like really annoying right now. What is happening? Why is this happening? Y'all, help me out here. What's happening? I'm confused. Like, this wasn't just happening. All of a sudden, it's happening. Like, come on now. Yo. Why is it doing this? Somebody help me out. Why can I all of a sudden not move my OBS Studio from one screen to the next? Like, it wasn't just doing this. Why is it all of a sudden like misbehaving? What changed? What in the world is happening? Why is it saying always on top? Like, no, it's not always on top. What just happened? Why is this doing this? Okay, I need help. Now all of a sudden I need help because things were going great until all of a sudden I was just like, oh yeah, I want this thing to be happening, and now all of a sudden look at this. Why is this happening? Yo, I'm literally just trying to get OBS off of this one screen and to move it onto a different screen. And for whatever reason, I can't do it. Like, it's literally just not allowing me to do it. Like, OBS wasn't just doing this. Something is busted. Like, what in the world? Why is this going on? I don't want it to be on the screen. Like, I don't want it to be on the screen. Why? Man, what is going on? Yo. No. Come on now. Oh my gosh. This is annoying. This is really annoying. I literally just want to move. What, bro? Come on now. It's just like broken. It's just like stuck to the screen. And I don't know why. It literally just wasn't doing this. Let me see what would happen if I brought back up Premiere Pro, OBS. Bro, what in the world? Yo. Oh my gosh, it's acting it's like acting like I'm gonna have to actually like shut down the whole program just to move it from one screen to the next. This is annoying. Something is busted. All right, so y'all, I wish I could show y'all what I am experiencing. Well, actually, I can't show y'all. This is what I'm experiencing. For some reason, OBS is stuck on this screen all of a sudden. Like maybe if I close this out, because that's the only thing that's different here. All right. Like I really don't even know at this point. Maybe if I just put it onto a new desktop. And it still won't move. What happened? What happened here? Let's put it back onto desktop one. So now there should be no desktop two. Let's close that down. Bro, what just happened? It's acting like OBS is acting like this screen doesn't even exist anymore. This is so annoying. Wow. This is really messing up my whole performance. This whole messing up my whole stream. Yo. I have no idea. And it's like when I try to I can't even just like let me see what would happen if I did multi-view. Nope. Let me see what happened if I do multi-view full screen. Let's say if I put the multi-view over here. Nope. That's not what I want to happen. That's not good at all. Let's go studio mode. Nope. This isn't what I want to happen at all. I don't know what just happened. All I know is that all of a sudden my dang OBS is busted. It's cracked. It's like it went into a full screen mode and I literally just can't get it out. Man, what in the world? All right. This is annoying. Bro. Man, I hit one thing over here and it really just messed up my whole thing. This is nuts. Did I do something over here? Maybe I did something over here. But I don't think I did. Let me see what would happen if I just hit refresh. Nope. Nope, nothing. This sucks. It's just stuck to this page. It's just completely stuck. All right. Well, anyway, the whole point of this whole thing, how this whole thing got started was I just wanted to show. I literally just wanted to show y'all how and then whatever happened to that feature where you could like choose to show where you could like choose to show something on a different screen. Like I feel like that used to be an option. It used to be like show window on this screen. And that option just isn't coming to me now, right now. All right, so well anyway, I've gone through this. Now it's 102, bro. All I want is for OBS to move. That's literally all I want. This is so dumb. This is so annoying. What just happened? This isn't even what I'm on right now. What in the world just happened? I am so over it. I'm done now. At this point, I basically just want to stop my whole stream. This is annoying. I can't believe this just happened. I cannot believe this just happened. I'm just gonna undo the UI, reset the UI, and it's just stuck. This is so dumb. I must have done something, and now I can't figure out what it is that I did. And I'm over it. But if I do that, then I literally can't see. I literally just can't see what's happening over here at all. What would happen if I just moved my Premiere Pro over to this screen? I guess that kind of works. But then I would have to change the screen that's being captured to that screen. So let's see. All right, that works. Fine. But actually, the whole point of this whole thing wasn't even that. The whole point of this whole thing was to actually be showing the dang video that I made. So let's see if I can do it on this screen over here now. Maybe OBS will kick itself over here.
Hey, this is
now that I'm over here now.
Are you a physical therapist or sports medicine physician
there it is.
eager to elevate your client base, increase profits, and enhance your brand recognition?
We can skip past some of this. That really pissed me off.
To evaluate various
really wasted a lot of my time. Oh well.
Business. This analysis delves into their themes, colors,
and y'all missed a lot of it. Let me go back.
Like and trust. It's because of their exceptional goods, products, services,
it's 105.
Or because they're really good at collecting local referrals.
Let's
However,
go.
The truth is, these factors are rarely the reason customers choose your business.
It's true.
We purchase from businesses we know, like, and trust. It's as simple as that. The less a customer knows about your brand, the lower the likelihood they'll choose you. The harsh reality is that sometimes brands with the best products and services fall short against competitors with inferior offerings simply because people don't have a strong connection with them.
It's
this
true.
Strategy will change how you do business and how you attract clients. Here's exactly how it works. Step number 1, brand and cultural analysis. We conduct a thorough brand and cultural analysis to evaluate various elements crucial to our client's business. This analysis delves into their themes, colors, fonts, ethos, core values, and overall brand identity. By scrutinizing these aspects, we aim for a seamless and unified message across all content intended for prospective patients. Step number 2, content calendar crafting. We implement a strategic content calendar crafting approach to maintain consistent engagement with our audience. We release content at least every other day to sustain audience interest and continually attract prospective patients to our clients' offerings.
Right.
Step number 3, cross-platform tailoring. Cross-platform tailoring involves optimizing content to suit the unique requirements and user behaviors of various social media platforms. This approach ensures that our content resonates effectively across each platform, maximizing engagement and impact. Step number 4, DFY content deployment. Our DFY content deployment service is designed to alleviate the burden on our clients.
Alleviate that burden, baby.
Posting process.
Want to make
Once
this
our
as
team
easy
has created the content
as
and
easy as
received
possible for
approval,
y'all.
we post it on their behalf. This seamless service ensures that our clients can focus on their core responsibilities while we handle their online presence with accuracy and efficiency. Step number 5, Pulse Impact Insight. Our Pulse Impact Insight is a dynamic approach aimed at optimizing content performance to drive tangible results. Through rigorous analysis of content effectiveness, we unlock insights to enhance impact, ultimately fostering increased new patient enrollments and boosting current patient referrals. Now that you understand how the JDS Pulse method works, consider the practical steps to integrate it into your business. If you want us to execute this entire system for you, simply scroll down on this page. Schedule a call with either myself or one of my team members, and together we'll determine its suitability for your needs. What's more, if it doesn't yield the desired results, we'll continue to work with you for free until it does. Our confidence in this guarantee stems from our commitment to backing up our promises with action. If this resonates with you, take the next step by scheduling a time below. We look forward to connecting with you soon.
Wow. Yep. So that's it. That's it, y'all. That's the whole thing. Now I got to figure out how to get myself back to being in here. There I am. Okay, yeah, that's it, y'all. That is what we worked on for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. What seemed like forever. But eventually we got it done, and I'm very proud of us getting it done, doing what we had to do, sticking with it, sticking through it. And we did that thing. And so good job to all of us. Seriously, I think that was a team effort. And while I say it was a team effort, I mean it was a me effort, meaning that I did what I had to do to finish that thing out. The Calm app is playing in the background right now. Let me shut that down. All right, there it goes. All right. Cool. All right, so thank you all for watching and being here during this stream. I had some technical difficulties, but we figuring it out. So let me see if I can actually move this thing back over here, and OBS is now going to be popping up over here. Oh, it's not even showing anymore. Wow, this is so annoying. Damn. I guess it wouldn't show if I was. Nope. No, it's just not showing at all. Oh, because I'm still over there on that screen. That's right. I'm tripping. Let me move my display capture back over here. And so we're about to get an infinity for a while. Yep, there it goes. The OBS is tripping, big tripping right now. Not allowing me to move my my screen over for whatever reason. I don't really know what that's about, but oh snap! I'm finally now able to do that. Okay, there it is. Wow, I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened, but finally I was able to fix it and get the OBS screen back over to the side that it's supposed to be on. Thank God. I was so frustrated. So frustrated. If you've been here for any longer than like a minute, you know how frustrated I just was, because that pissed me off. That really pissed me off. Anyway, so yeah, we're back. Let's go ahead and knock this out, because once again, I want to go to sleep, y'all. Y'all were with me on the last edit last night. So y'all know that I was up like all night long, and I'm talking all night long. And so I'm actually ready to go to sleep. Why can't I hear anything? All right, something happened. I'm going to save this and close it and then reopen it back up. Oh, that's me. Y'all see my dream car? I'll have it soon. Stay tuned. You will see me in the Lamborghini Huracan. Some people say Hurricane. It might be Hurricane. I thought hurricane season was over. Shout out to Pineapple Express. I love that movie, actually. Oh, before I closed it out, I was supposed to I was supposed to Oh, that's what happened. Right. I have to redirect. So I switched something up in the back of my computer. That's why I can't find okay, I don't want it to make new ones. Media cache after yeah, there it goes. Okay, I have to redirect it because I switched something up in the back of my computer. So now there it is. Okay. Right. I'm like, what happened? It was just there and now it's not. There it is. Okay. Move right. Yeah, we don't need to create all new ones. We already have everything that we need. So actually, let's go ahead and save this now because it's trying to generate all new stuff and it doesn't need to. It's already there. All I have to do is redirect this thing. Damn it, lost my viewer on YouTube. Oh well. It goes like that sometimes. But shout out to you on Twitch. Appreciate you being here. Again, I'm pretty sure it's just like a bot on Twitch, but it's good.
And conflict resolution.
There we go.
So I recently saw this video from this.
So yeah, we gonna speed through this thing. We are gonna speed through this thing. And I need to go ahead and place all of my multicams in here. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and do like all the exact same things that I did before. So auto match. I'm auto matching this one. Yep. There we go. At least the volume. And then this last multicam, I'm going to put it there. Fortunately, podcasts aren't too big of lifts to edit. Really, the only thing that you have to do is switch back and forth the what am I trying to say? The cameras. If you don't do the switching live, of course that means that you're going to have to do the switching in post, and that's just a quick process for real. At least I think it's a quick process. It's not that tedious. It can be tedious, but it's not that tedious. So just to clean it up quickly, what I need to do, already linked the proxies to these. Yeah. Let me see. I need to move that back. Okay, so wait. Let me go to multi-view. Oh yeah. Okay. Or multi-cam, I mean to say. Multi-cam is what I mean. Let's go in there. Let's delete some of these extra audio sources that we don't actually need. This is where all of our CPU power is going right now. Trying to generate peaks for things that we don't even need peaks for. We don't need peak files for things that's going to be eliminated anyway. Delete all those extra tracks. And then let's go ahead and set all of these to frame size. Because we shot 2 of these in 4K. And then there was only one that wasn't shot in 4K. Okay, there we go. And let's see what's happening here. Same thing. It's trying to generate peak files for things that don't need peak files. Like, yeah, we don't need to peak file those. And we can delete these extra tracks that we're not even using. Okay. And then set all of these. Set to frame size. Set to frame size. I don't think we actually need to set that one frame size, but we're going to do it anyway just because. We went from being extra, extra super light to dark. Because I actually adjusted it. So the sun came out in the middle of us shooting. And so when I readjusted the cameras, so I'll have to fix that up just a little bit. All right, let's go.
Time that your job hasn't paid you, is it the first, or is this something that happens often? Okay. If this is something that's happened often, that's something you should have been aware.
All right. So what's happening here? What's the process that's happening? Speech to text. I don't really need to do the speech to text. We can cancel all these. I can get my CPU back. Once I start making some reels and things like that, then we can worry about the speech to text stuff. But right now, let's just keep moving.
No, in this hypothetical, y'all at the gas pump, y'all at the gas pump, and it's their turn to put in on the gas. And then they hit you with the. Y'all know I was gonna do it this time, but y'all remember I said they ain't pay me. They ain't pay me.
And I think that's a better conversation to be like, okay, not a problem. When you get paid, just send back to whoever can take your turn right now. And then we'll just go for that.
So y'all just gonna hold that over my head?
It's not even gonna be held over your head.
Y'all ain't just gonna let me have it this time?
I feel like you gotta be. Or are we not holding you accountable? So everybody else has to pick up just because you didn't prepare for.
Right. Okay.
Or.
All right. So there was a part where.
Car yelling at each other. That's what we're not gonna be doing, because I will drag you out this. Never mind.
Right. Okay, give me a pause right there.
Because I will drag you out this. Never mind.
Right.
All right, so that's where we stopped there. So let me go ahead and pull that back. All the way back. Cool. And then we come back. Where do we restart? We restart here.
So I feel like in this moment you're missing the part that I'm playing is the.
Okay, there we go. So this will be a very easy. So some of my cameras only have a maximum of 30 minutes of recording time, which means that I have to get up and stop the camera, restart it. And so we're working with continuity. We're working on continuity here. And it shouldn't be too hard, mainly because, well, didn't I say to not do the speech to text things? Why is it still trying to do the speech to text things? Oh, it's trying to do it in these ones. Oh, yeah. We can close all of those out. And cancel all these jobs. All those speech to text transcriptions. We can just close all of those out. Reclaim our CPU. I'm trying to figure out the essential sound that it's doing, because it's not doing anything here. And I've already auto matched this loud. I've already auto matched this, so I don't really know what it's trying to do here, but let's see. I'll do it again. Why not? Maybe it's something adjusted. Maybe something changed. I don't know. Maybe something adjusted. Maybe something changed. Is it doing something? Why does it keep trying to do this? I'm so confused. There, let's go. Come on. Okay. So now it looks like it's done with all of its processes.
Regardless.
Irregardless.
Putting sound right to me or regardless.
Okay, it's doing it again. All right, so just
I think that
how did these get so loud? Like it said that it didn't do it, but clearly it did do it. And when I say it, I mean the loudness match. Which is what I wanted to do right now. Okay, seems like it did
having that conversation where you're having people hold you accountable for something,
Right.
and then you sit with yourself and you go through that process again, and you're like, you know what? Let me hold myself accountable by apologizing and deciding, because it was never a conversation.
It's still doing it again. It's gonna keep trying to do it, and I wanted to stop trying to do it. All right, let's keep going. So did it there. Okay, so let's go ahead and do these. These are both dialogue. I don't know why I didn't recognize that, but that's okay. Oh my gosh. Cancel all. Now let's go ahead and hit this loudness. And again, shout out to you on Twitch who's watching me. Pretty sure it's just a bot, but that's okay. I had a viewer on YouTube, but they dipped out, and that's cool too. Because I know people are going to watch this. Because this is essential. And actually, that was accidental, but the magazine is actually called Key Essentials. Or Essentials Magazine. One of those.
It's okay.
Wait.
Huh? What's the root thing?
Yeah.
Well, I just feel like I'm not happy in my life. It's
Right.
like, okay, let's
Yeah.
talk about what the root is.
Yeah.
You're not about to get yelling at me and be upset with me because you're. You just bring up all the old stuff that you've been avoiding. And Joy had to come and get it
All right, let me see.
because Joy was like, I've been. And even if you need to take some time before you address it, that's
That like that's that avoidant.
right. And so, like, me avoiding it and then passing it on to somebody else to deal with, must be a child.
Yeah.
You must be a child.
How many times has the messenger been killed because of the
Release.
your wife told you that you couldn't have a side chick?
All right, we're going to be bleeping that part out there. So that's funny. Okay, so it's here. Let me go ahead and place a marker there. Yep, just like that. A marker there. It'll be just like that. Okay, so
Like resolution, because if you are holding yourself to a certain standard to be able to do something with somebody else,
Right.
for example, and then either you're not able to fulfill that or they're not able to fulfill that, that could cause conflict between you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you have to go there
And that's
now.
going to cause conflict.
And so with that, then you dive into how
I need
are you
to
dealing with the conflict? Are you resolving that
I need
conflict?
to turn
Are you
off
avoiding
that
it?
setting
Are
that
you
I
deciding that there's going to be some sort
put
of
on for I need to turn off that setting that I turned on for auto transcription of here. Okay, yeah, there we go. Let's turn that off because it keeps trying to transcribe and I don't want that to happen. And I don't know why I don't know what this essential sound is, but it keeps doing it and it's like really annoying actually. I don't know what it's trying to do with that, but like it already did it once, so I don't really know.
And me myself, I've struggled with conflict resolution, and
So let's see. Let me go into these timelines because I feel like I'm missing something. Nope, that's good. Go ahead and just delete all the empty tracks because something is trying to do something and it's just causing chaos in my stuff. All right. And let me go here. Well, everything is deleted, so I don't know what it's trying to generate peaks for. 96. That would be in here. All right. Whatever. I wish it would hurry up because it's throwing me off. That's what it's doing. Also, thank you all for being here tonight.
oh,
All right, so let's go to editing. Oh, I was in the audio. That explains why everything was so small. I was in the audio tab. I don't really mean to be there.
about things, or people don't, or they feel like it's not necessary.
All right, so the way that I handle multi-view things.
Perfect. Yes, I can see myself right here. It's key. And today, my co. Yes, I can. Ready?
I'm ready.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
So actually,
Ready?
I'm ready.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
I'm ready.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
okay.
Welcome to Hey.
Hey. So actually what we did was we started with a moment of silence, but that happened near the at the end where we revisited a thing, a thought. So let's go to 3.
Healthy manner can really make for a better community. And that's their rebuttal. Then so that when you hold others accountable, it doesn't come off as
One thing. What do you
77. Black community as women. To do my, can we put this at the beginning when if Sonia Macy say that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. Before we get started, I do want to take a moment of silence for Sonia Macy. Before we get started.
Okay, so we're gonna go there. So
I do not recommend anybody watch the video. I was thinking about it more.
So there's a moment of silence that happens somewhere around here.
Like outside with friends, and
I'm guessing it's here.
Thank you.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
So that actually will go in the beginning. Let's go ahead and drag this all the way up to the front. Let's drag this all the way up to the front. And she said a lot in there, but I'll keep it in there. This episode was a little longer than normal, but I think it was a good episode. Conversation was flowing. We had a good flow. A good flow in there.
Before we get started, I do want to take a moment of.
It is kind of strange for a podcast to open up with silence, but hey, her directive. Looking out for that, and please.
For more pressing.
And we had a little PSA near the end.
All right. Check in with us next time for more pressing issues as we continue. Check in with us next time for more pressing issues as we continue. Check in with us next.
All right, this is where we wanted a little PSA, a little call to action.
The way that we deserve to. I'm Key. This is platform, so you can with us, and we'll see you guys next time. YouTube, and you can also listen to it where it was a good episode. See you guys next time, wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure to tap in with us, and we'll see you guys next time. Way that we deserve to. I'm Key. This is Jonathan. Super often way. I don't know. I'm tired now. Anyway, check in with us next time as we talk about more topics and really continue to grow as a community so that we can be successful, prosperous, and happy as a community the way that we deserve to. I'm Key. This is Jonathan. This is Essential Magazine. Thanks for tuning in with us. And this is Essential Magazine. Thanks for tuning in with us.
And I think I'll cut it there. I think I'm seeing where I can stitch this thing together. I think I'm seeing it. Not positive yet, but we'll see.
As we continue to grow. And big announcement, we are now available on issues as we continue to grow.
Yeah, it's like right there. Let's see. Be sure to subscribe to
Jonathan. This is Essential Magazine.
Let's see here now.
Thanks for tuning in with us. And big announcement, we are for tuning in with us. And big in with us. And big announcement. Thanks for tuning in with us.
Let me bring it out just a little bit.
And big announcement, we with us grow. And tuning in with us. Thanks for tuning in with us. Grow. Essential Magazine. Thanks for tuning in with us. This is Jonathan. This is Essential Magazine. Thanks for tuning in with us. Grow. And I'm Key. This is Jonathan. This for tuning in with us. Grow. And thanks for tuning in with us. And big announcement.
Yeah, that'll be cool. So let's just do a little audio blending there. We'll just add a little quick crossfade just in the audio levels.
Thanks for tuning in with us. And we'll see you next.
Quick little crossfade.
In with us. And big.
Quick crossfade.
And big.
Just like that.
And big announcement. We are now available on Essential Magazine. Thanks for tuning in with us. And big announcement. We are now.
So, of course, the camera will switch right there in that instance. Or in that instant to kind of hide the change.
This is Essential Magazine. Thanks for tuning in with us. And big announcement. We are now available on all podcast platforms. So you can watch Essential Magazine on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. And you can also listen to it wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure to tap in with us, and we'll see you guys next time. That good?
That was great.
Perfect. Yay! That was a good episode. I did not expect that to be long.
Really good.
These tacos. Listen to it wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure to tap in with us, and we'll see you guys next time. That good? Make sure to tap in with us, and we'll see you guys next time. You can watch Essential Magazine on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. And you can also listen to it wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure to tap in with us, and we'll see you guys next time. That good?
That was great.
Perfect.
So we'll close it. We can close it out like that.
I'm Key. This is Jonathan. This is Essential Magazine. Thanks for tuning in with us. And big announcement, we are now available on all podcast platforms. So you can watch Essential Magazine on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. And you can also listen to it wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure to tap in with us, and we'll see you guys next time. That good?
That's great.
Perfect.
Okay, got that. Okay, I like that ending. That ending is fun. It's easy. It's breezy. It's cool, fun, easy, breezy ending. And we got,
If you don't love you, how do you expect anybody else to love you?
if you ain't gonna win,
Even though I don't ever
if
say it now,
if you,
we
how you gonna win if you ain't right within?
super often way. I don't know. I'm tired now. Anyway, check in with us next time as we talk about more topics and really continue.
Actually, I need to figure out how I can push in on her camera a bit. I didn't realize I could see. I didn't realize I was so visible in her camera view. Let me see. I'm gonna take myself out quite a bit, but it just so happens that this was the only one that wasn't shooting 4K. So let me see if I push in like that and bring it over quite a bit like that. That looks good.
To grow as a community so that we can be successful, prosperous, and happy as a community.
That looks good, I think.
To grow as a community so that we
But something. Oh, right.
can be successful, prosperous, and happy as a community the way that we deserve to.
And I'm also gonna adjust my own camera quite a bit, so I don't look as far back as I do right now. Benefits of shooting in 4K is super flexible. Why did I look so angry?
I'm Key. This is Jonathan. This is Essential Magazine. Thanks for often way. I don't know. I'm tired now. Anyway,
That looks a lot better. A lot better. Because now it looks like we have our own cameras instead of like sharing cameras, which is how it was supposed to be framed, but benefits of being able to push in a little bit. Benefits of being
if you don't love you, how
in
do you
post.
expect anybody else to love you? What about you? Anything else?
That's it. Exactly what you said. Just learning your
Having healthy conversations and healthy relationships. So yeah. What about you? Anything else?
That's it. Exactly what you said. Just
What about you? Anything else? Relationships. So yeah.
And I'm going to cut it right there. So, yeah.
yourself accountable.
Yeah. Before you do a lot of, or is there something else that's bothering me that's within this?
Right.
So yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in into another.
Yeah. Good there. And see, this is the part of editing now in this podcast. Kind of just cut out all the little extra dribble drabble.
Come off as an attack, and you don't want to attack somebody when you want to hold them accountable. You just want to have a conversation and make sure that you're having healthy conversations and healthy relationships. So yeah. Thanks for tuning in into another episode. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. Thanks.
Right. So we don't want that well in there.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. Thanks for tuning. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in into another episode of Essential Magazine. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in into another episode of Essential. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in into another episode.
So of course, when it comes in, that's where
yeah. Thanks for tuning in into another episode of Essential Magazine with Jonathan and I, as we spoke about accountability, conflict resolution, and how utilizing these in a healthy manner can really make for a better community, relationships within yourself, and relationship within your friend groups and your family. Please, please, please make sure that you are loving and taking care of yourself always, because if you don't love you, how do you expect anybody else to love you? I always love that line, even though I never say it in a really often way. I mean, I don't say it super often. Often way. I don't know. I'm tired now. Anyway, check in with us next time as we talk. If you don't love you, how do you expect anybody else to love you? I always love that line, even though I never say it in anybody else to love you. I always love that line.
So I like when she says, I always love that line. I'll just leave it there.
I always love that line. Anyway. Always love that. Anyway, check in. Check in with us. Check in with us next time.
Shorten these up a little bit.
Love that line. Check in with us next. Check in with us next.
Shorten that up just a little bit more.
Check in with us next. Love that line. Check in with us next time as we talk about more. Check in with us. Check in with us next.
Maybe I won't add the crossfades. Maybe I'll just have it be a rough comment. I mean, not a rough end.
Check in with us. Check in with us. Check in with us next.
Maybe, okay, maybe I will actually have a little bit of a cut there. But I'll have that be short. I'll have this be short.
Check in with us. Check in with us next time as we talk about more topics. Check in with us next time as check in with us next time as we talk about more topics and really continue to grow as a community so that we can be successful.
What are they talking about? They are talking about, or look, it's me, but we're talking about just this one we're talking about accountability and conflict resolution, and just how being aware of your conflict resolution style can really help you boost and move forward and propel you towards a better community, a better sense of community.
All of you.
And thank you for being here. Appreciate you.
The situation that I'm in.
While you're here, be sure to drop a like on the video. Shout out to you. Shout out to Jeremiah Raymond.
Taking my foot off the brake, putting it on the pedal, and he's
California.
Sir, calm down.
That's California.
Calm down. No, I mean,
crazy on the
I mean, yeah.
All right, so now I have to go through and actually switch these things up as I go along.
Us to.
All right, we took a moment of silence for
Thank you.
Shoot.
Before we get started, I do want to take a moment of silence for Sonia Macy.
Sonia Macy. Right. And then, so let's go ahead and fade into the episode now.
Hey, and welcome to another episode. Thank you. Hey.
Okay. We're just going to go straight into it.
Hey, and welcome to another episode. Hey, and welcome to another episode of Essential Magazine. Hey, and welcome to.
That was such a big difference. It's almost like it's almost as much as I don't like applying them. It's almost like I'm going to have to apply a crossfade there just to make it make sense.
Hey, and welcome to another. Hey, and welcome to. Hey, and welcome to. Hey, and. Hey, and welcome to.
Nah, I won't though.
Hey, and welcome to another.
I'll just switch the camera to one.
Hey, and welcome to another episode of Essential Magazine. I'm your host, Key, and today my co-host for the day is Jonathan, also known as Johnny D. Smitty from Johnny D. Smitty Productions. How are you, Jonathan?
I am doing great. I am doing really, really good. It has been an amazing week so far, and I am feeling pretty terrific. How are you doing?
I'm actually also having a pretty darn good week.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Tuesday, however, Monday's been pretty done. It was good. Tuesday's been good. It's been a good time.
Nice.
It's a good time. Can't complain. Had a good weekend.
Nice.
Been living real peaceful.
What did you do this weekend?
Oh boy, I went to. Oh. Okay, so it started on Thursday, right?
All right.
Thursday, I went to a
Let me see. I need to bring
it was an
back up
event
my.
about, what was it about? I just forgot what it was about. I went to an event and there was a talk about it was at Kinfolk, and it was a talk about kind of relationships and putting yourself first. And once you put yourself in the position of being the organizer of it, is somebody that I know of her because of her boyfriend is a part of a collective that I'm like
I feel like we talked about this for a really long time, so it's like this kind of things.
I'm sorry, I may be a woman, and
We can cut some of this stuff out.
yourself or your partner with whatever you're going through. Figuring out what things can you get from yourself, what things can you get from community, and then what things do you need from your partner, rather than completely overwhelming like yourself or your partner with whatever you're going through. Making sure you have somebody to lean on,
Okay.
type shit. So it was good. So that was Thursday.
Who was leading it?
It was good.
See, and then I asked who was leading it, and I didn't need to ask that. I actually didn't need to ask that question at all. We could have just kept it moving. I didn't have to ask who was leading it. So we're just gonna keep it moving. Let's relink all of this. Okay, maybe unlink. Yeah, okay, let's unlink all this stuff. And let's relink all this stuff. Link. Now we're back linked. Okay, good. All right, so let's keep going. So a bunch of this stuff right here.
How are you, Jonathan?
I am doing great. I am doing really, really good. I'm feeling pretty terrific. How are you doing?
I'm actually also having a pretty darn. Thursday, I went to a yourself, and then looking into partnership, and then also using on your partner, figuring out what things can you get from yourself, type shit. So it was good. So that was Thursday. It was good.
So yeah, so right there, let's cut out all of this extra part, because I feel like it kind of dragged on. We don't need any of this stuff.
So with that, it makes it difficult for me to be open with people, because then
everything that's going on, and the weight of the world, and with all of the weight of the everything that's going on, and the weight of the world, and the weight of the what's going on in your mind.
Ultimately, yeah.
We can just cut all this out.
That was
I'm just gonna cut all this out.
Friday.
So that was Thursday.
That was everything that happened on Thursday.
And then on Friday.
So Friday I was gonna stay in the house all day. Saturday and Sunday I stayed in the house all day. I was real proud. Actually, Saturday was cool because I was outside in the morning. I'll get to Saturday after Friday. So Friday, my friend, who was the organizer for a lot of the events that happen at Kinfolk, she hit me up and was like, "Come play spades," because they had a spades and dominoes contest.
You want to play
tournament.
spades?
Hell yeah!
Oh, I saw you post that thing on your
Oh yeah, about how I'm
Instagram.
so good at dominoes.
On your story, dominoes. Yeah,
I'm really good at dominoes.
I don't really
Yeah.
play dominoes.
I'll
but-
Shout out to people who are good at dominoes.
So, I want everybody to know how to play dominoes
It looked
because
like
it's
you were
so
killing.
fun. I was. It happened at Kinfolk.
Mhm.
She hit me up and was Friday. My friend, who was the So Friday, my friend, after Friday.
Okay, so there, where she starts to talk about Friday, all of this is going to get deleted. Look at all this that's about to get deleted because it's just us blabbing on about whatever.
So Friday, my friend,
It's unnecessary.
who's the organizer for a lot of the events that happen at Kinfolk, she hit me up.
You have these like really special, but I haven't played it since I was maybe like
Well, Dominoes have colors on
13. No, Dominoes you can just have the black and the white ones, but the ones that we have are like white and the numbers are all colored in.
Yeah, my Dominoes are like that.
Your Dominoes like that too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the sixes are yellow, and then there's all different colors. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have the same kind.
Nice. Now, yeah, Dominoes and spades.
Okay.
I need to play spades.
Shout out to you who's
See
watching.
how good I am with spades. However,
Appreciate you.
Dominoes, I've gotten pretty damn good at.
Appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
You sweet with the Dominoes.
I'm sweet with the Dominoes. I can really play with the bones. I
Right.
love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And then Saturday I went to Hot Bay Walk, which I highly recommend.
Hot Bay Walk.
Yeah, it's for women, for black women though.
Somebody
It's-
was telling me about that.
It's nice.
Yeah.
So basically, it was just a walk around the lake. We stopped
Yeah.
at the farmers market. Her boyfriend is a part of a collective that I'm like I very much enjoy them, and so I'm like, she's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that. So did that on Saturday.
You sweet with the
I'm
Dominoes.
sweet with the Dominoes. It was like sprinkling a little bit. Like I very much enjoy them, and so I'm like, I know of her because conversation was really good. The organizer of it is somebody that I know of her because sprinkling a little bit. Big group of black women.
Okay.
Conversation was really good.
We need to hear about how you know the organizer.
I know of her because of her boyfriend is a part of a collective that I'm like I very much enjoy them, and so I'm like, she's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that. So did that on Saturday. Felt
Okay,
really good about
So your weekend was lit.
my weekend. That was my Saturday. A collective that I'm like I very much enjoy them, and so I'm like, she's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Was really good. The organizer of it is somebody that I know of her. Very much enjoy them, and so I'm like, she's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that. So did that on Saturday. Felt
Okay,
really good about
So your weekend was lit.
So did that on Saturday. Enjoyed that. So did that on. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah. So really enjoyed that. Boom. Let's cut it there.
Good. Really enjoyed. Really enjoyed that. So did that on Saturday. Felt good. Really enjoyed that. So did that on Saturday.
I want to make sure I remember to change the camera there. So let's go ahead and do that now.
Really good about
So your weekend was lit.
my weekend. That was the rest. Good. Really enjoyed that. So did that on Saturday. Felt really good about
So your weekend was lit.
my weekend. That was the rest. That was my Saturday.
And I remember now that I have to change up this over here on this one. I need to push in on mine a bit. Bring it over. Down. Where am I? Action safe. Margins. Okay, that's not right. Oh, wait. Is this right? No, something's off. Something's off about that, but I'll figure it out later. I'll figure out what it is later. That's not right. Those title safe margins are not correct, but I'll figure it out later. Those aren't right at all. I want us to each have our own camera, like really. All right, so mine is good. Let's see hers. Let's push in on hers a little bit. Move it over some. Bring it down a little bit. like that. Like, so it looks like we're really like having a conversation for real, for real. Like a back and forth. I want it to feel like she really has her own camera, just like it feels like I have my own camera. Over some like that. And some. Right. Down a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, that looks good. See, I shot mine in 4K, so I have a little bit more wiggle room than hers. The camera I was using for her wasn't the file size for 4K would be just absolutely large. So I didn't use the 4K setting just to manage the file sizes a bit. Let me see how that looks.
And
You
then
had a really lit weekend.
I had a really good like self-healing weekend, I feel like.
I adjusted her camera somewhere else and it looks really good. Let me see the settings I used here. 123. And what do I have here? 128. What? Okay, so I must have just moved over quite a bit. I'm just gonna copy the settings because I'm like completely out of her frame in this one. I'm gonna copy this. I'm just gonna paste it here. Cause actually I like the way it looks. Motion, yeah. Okay, that's better. I wanted to have her own camera. Yeah, just like me, like I'm centered up in my camera, yeah. I want us to feel centered in our cameras. So can I move it down a little bit? Yeah, I can. Like that, right. Okay, so great. So actually I like that. I like that setting. So I'm gonna apply the same setting to this one as well. And I can feel that I'm starting to get a little drowsy here. Y'all, I have been up for a very, very long time and I am really actually ready to go to sleep. Shout out to dedication and work ethic because man, if I didn't have it, I would have been like, you know what? I can just go to sleep and do this in the morning. But that never really works out. So my mom used to tell us that we can sleep when it's done. And so I'm going to sleep when it's done. My goodness. But let me tell you, it's a little rough. Okay, let me go ahead and paste my attributes like that here. Yeah, that's better. Center myself up. Let me see, paste the same attributes here. Yeah, looks good. That sun came out and it really messed me up. Now, had I been behind the camera, I probably would have adjusted that as it was happening, but I wasn't behind the camera during this shoot. It is what it is. All right, let me hurry this up because, like I said, I need to go to bed. I'll do colors later. Just want to make sure right now that the cameras all look good. That looks good. That looks good. She looks good. Let me see this last one. 17. That looks good. That looks good. Okay, great. All right, we're good to go. So now, y'all, we can get into the fun part, which is just the cutting. And I'm going to go and grab my nerds, actually. So I'll be right back. All right. We are back. I have my nerds gummy clusters. Highly addictive. Highly addictive. Highly addictive. But they be getting me through these kind of things where I'd be like, oh my gosh, how can I keep going on? I am so tired, blah, blah, blah. I find a way every time. Yeah, we always nerd gummy clusters. Coming in the clutch. Okay. Okay, one person watching. Whoever you are, I appreciate you. All right. Let's keep going. All right. So now, y'all, we're going to get into the cutting of it all.
Thank you. Hey, and welcome to another episode of Essential Magazine. I'm your host, Key, and today my co-host for the day is Jonathan, also known as Johnny D. Smitty from Johnny D. Smitty Productions.
What happened here? Oh, I know what happened. Oh, wait, no, I don't know what happened. Because it came back on. Okay. Maybe the multi-camera wasn't okay. I don't know what's happening actually. It's just not coming in. It's weird. I don't know why that's happening. Actually, it's happening all throughout. It's like camera 3 is broken here or something. I go to camera 2, it's there. Camera 3, it's not there. Is it the proxy? Is the proxy not attached? Is that what's happening? That's the only answer that I would even be able to think of. Let me see, make sure my proxies are all attached. But they are though. Let me see. But let me make sure though. Proxies. Why isn't it giving my proxies? Metadata display. Proxy. Let's see it. Attached. Okay. Well. Oh, there, so. There it goes. Now we're back. Just had to turn it on and off. That makes sense. Okay.
How are you doing? Smitty from Johnny D. Smitty Productions. How are you, Jonathan?
I am doing great. I am doing really, really good. It has been an amazing, amazing, amazing week so far.
That was really low. I'm going to kick that up a little bit. Audio. Just kick that up just a little bit.
And
Jonathan.
I am doing great. I am doing really, really good. It has been an amazing, amazing, amazing week so far, and I'm feeling pretty terrific. How are you doing?
I'm actually also having a pretty darn good week to go off. It's only Tuesday, however. Monday's been pretty done. It was good.
Okay. Monday was pretty good. Maybe I'll keep that at 61 instead. And I'll take hers to 117 or something like that.
What'd you do this weekend?
Let's make that adjustment throughout. I actually want to be able to see a bit more of us. I've changed my mind. So what I say, 62. $62 and 117. Yeah, that's better. I feel like we were really hidden the other way. This is the beautiful thing about working with multicam is that your actual video layer is inside the thing that you're editing. So if you go into that original layer, all of those adjustments will translate to the layer that you've been adjusting and snipping and cutting and all that kind of stuff. So you don't have to worry about making those individual edits to each clip where you made a cut. Really, it's the most efficient way to edit, to be honest. Sometimes. Okay. Let's do this. All right. Bring them back in. Up. My thing stopped. No. Let's refresh it. Okay. Let's keep going. Now to make some cuts.
Before we get started, I do want to take a moment of silence for Sonia Macy. I do not recommend anybody watch the video. I haven't been talking about it on the internet simply because I have been. Before we get started, I do want to take a moment of silence for Sonia Macy. I do not recommend anybody watch the video.
So this is how I get through multicam switches really quickly.
Simply because I have been talking about it more publicly, like outside with friends, and
I just hear
different solutions for
L,
be able to get past this and for us to be safe within our community as a
which
whole,
speeds
as women,
up
as women,
the scrub.
in general. So if you guys would please take a moment of silence with me, with us. Thank you. Hey, and welcome to another episode of Essential Magazine.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, and welcome to another episode of Moment of Silence with me, with us, with us. Thank you. Hey, and welcome to another episode of Essential. Be able to get past this and for us to be safe within our community as a whole, as a Black community, as a welcome to another episode of Essential Magazine. I'm your host, Keith, and today my co-host for the day is Jonathan, also known as Johnny D. Smitty from Johnny D. Smitty Productions. How are you, Jonathan?
I am doing great. I am doing really, really good. It has been an amazing week so far, and I'm feeling pretty terrific. How are you doing?
I'm actually also having a pretty darn good week to go off. It's only Tuesday, however. Monday's been pretty done. It was good. Tuesday's been good. Some good time.
Nice.
Good time. Can't complain. Had a good weekend.
Nice.
Been living real peaceful.
Where'd you go this weekend?
Oh boy, I went to. Oh, okay. So starting on Thursday, right?
All right.
Thursday, I went to a It was an event about. What was it about? I just forgot what it was about. I went to an event and there was a talk about there's that kinfolk.
I can cut that out.
Okay, so it started on Thursday, right?
All right.
Thursday, I went to a it was an event about and there was a talk about a
And cut all of this.
about there's that kinfolk, and it was a talk about I went to an event and there was a talk about to a Thursday, right?
All right.
So great.
Okay, so it started on Thursday, right?
All right.
I went to an event and there was a on Thursday, right?
All right.
I went to so it started on Thursday, right?
All right.
I went to an event and there was a talk about there's that kinfolk, and it was a talk about
Still
kind
things
of
are addictive, y'all.
relationships
It's crazy.
and putting yourself first. And once you put yourself in the position of being
right.
I went to an event and there was a talk about there's that kinfolk, and it was a talk about kind of relationships and putting yourself first. And once you put yourself in the position of being really tapped in with yourself and then looking into partnership, and then also using community as another way for people to go to, so that when you do have a partner in a relationship, you're not relying everything on your partner, figuring out what things can you get from yourself, what things can you get from community, and then what things do you need from your partner, rather than completely overwhelming like yourself or your partner with whatever you're going through. Making sure you have somebody to lean on.
Okay.
Type shit. So it was good. So Friday, my friend who was the organizer for a lot of the events that happen at Kinfolk. She hit me up and was like, come play spades. They had a spades and dominoes contest. Hell yeah.
Oh, I saw you post that thing on your
yeah. How I'm so good at dominoes.
Your Dominoes, yeah.
I'm really good at dominoes.
I really know how to play dominoes.
I'll teach you. I'll teach you. So, I want everybody to know how to play dominoes.
It looks
It's
like
so
you're
fun. I was.
Yeah, I can't.
We
We used to play
went
dominoes growing up. Like we have these like special ones where it's like colors and stuff like that. We have these like really special. But I haven't played it since I was maybe like
Dominoes have colors.
13. No, dominoes you just have the black and the white ones, but the ones that we have are like white and the numbers are all colored in.
Yeah, my dominoes are like that.
Your dominoes like that too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the sixes are yellow and then there's all different colors.
Right, yeah.
So
So we have the same kind.
nice. Now yeah, dominoes and spades. I need to play spades more with more people to see how good I am at spades. However, dominoes I've gotten pretty damn good at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet with the
I'm
dominoes.
sweet with the dominoes. I can really play with the bones. I love it.
Yeah.
And then Saturday I went to Hot Bay Walk, which I highly recommend.
Hot Bay Walk.
Yeah, it's for women, for black women though.
Somebody was telling me about that.
It's nice.
Yeah.
So basically, it was just a walk around the lake. We stopped
Yeah.
at the farmers market
Yeah,
Saturday
okay.
morning. It was like sprinkling a little bit. Big group of black women.
Yeah.
Conversation was really good. Really enjoyed that. So did that.
So you see how like I scrub through quickly?
So your weekend was lit.
My weekend. So did that on Saturday. Felt really good about my.
So your weekend was lit.
My weekend. That was the rest. That was my Saturday.
You
and
had
then
a really lit weekend.
I had a really good like self healing weekend. I feel
Okay.
like because
So also while I'm scrolling through, I pretty much just look for where there are spikes in the audio levels. So I know I'm probably talking when I'm high up and she's probably talking when she's high up. And that's really just how it goes. That's how you can get through cuts quickly. A little cheat code for you there.
it was like that was Thursday. My weekend was Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
And then Saturday, for the rest of the day, I watched a little bit of the Olympics because I wanted to watch that opening. I needed to see that meme of LeBron James
Oh,
holding the
yeah,
flag.
yeah, yeah.
I needed to see it in real time. Yeah, and so I watched that. That was cool. And then Saturday, for the rest of the day, I did literally nothing. Sunday, I did nothing. It was really great.
Yeah.
Stayed inside, chilled.
Sweet.
Was happy with it.
That sounds really good.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was great. I was out of town this weekend.
Yeah.
So
How was that?
it was terrific. Family reunion activities. And
You didn't play any dominoes when you were out there with the
no,
family?
we didn't do any of that.
Mm.
None of that kind of stuff. We actually, not think about it, we didn't have any like card games at all.
It was just a conversation.
Yeah, conversation. Now we did play. They played a game called they played this game called Gestures.
Gestures?
Gestures. It looks a lot like charades. So you put the card in, you have a certain amount of time to guess the thing.
Oh,
Or
okay.
if you don't guess it, the card drops in and get points. But they were playing that, and then I participated in Guess That Tune on
Ooh,
Saturday,
okay.
and of course the team I was on, we had to win. Come on now,
Period.
like because a friendly competition is only friendly
If you win.
to the point where I'm ahead,
Exactly.
and before that, it's a competition, and I'm not playing around about it.
I'm not.
because I'm about to win.
Exactly. I get that. I understand that. I'm pretty competitive.
Friendly competition does have the word competition in it.
Right. See, so
And
that's
competition, and I'm not playing around about it
I'm not.
because I'm about to win.
Exactly. I get that. I understand that. I'm pretty
Yeah.
competitive person.
Friendly
so-
competition does have the word competition in it.
Right. So you still gotta
And
be a little
so-
competitive. Just make sure you keep it
Yeah.
friendly.
So if you think I'm not about to win, you're wrong. But the family reunion was great. One, name that tune, my team and I, and the flight back. I don't remember most of it because I was asleep for most of it. So
I thought you were saying you're drunk.
No.
Oh no, you're refraining from that.
yeah, I haven't had any alcohol, and that's still going great.
Nice.
No alcohol, no weed, no porn, no masturbation. Shout out to wholeness.
Shout out to wholeness.
The whole.
Oh, wholeness, not wholeness. Wholeness.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. I thought you said wholeness. That's why I laughed. I was like, that's kind
Shout
of
out to wholeness. That's
unaligned a little bit.
wow.
I'm saying.
shout out to wholeness.
My bad.
Shout out to wholeness.
And so now I'm back here, and yeah, rest it up. So
Living your life like it's golden.
live my life like it's golden. So now we're here.
Beautiful.
Now we're here.
I love it. That's great. Well, today we're gonna talk about accountability and conflict resolution. So I recently saw this video from this on the interwebs. Saw this video on the interwebs on the web from Shaheem McLaurin. About how community requires conflict resolution skills. And I found that really interesting for a couple of reasons. One, me myself, I've struggled with conflict resolution in the past, and it's something that I'm going to constantly be building on just to make sure that I'm always doing it properly, as well as always making sure that the person I'm communicating with is doing it properly. And then I also found that, in my opinion, conflict resolution and accountability go hand in hand with each other.
Okay.
I feel like you're holding somebody accountable, and it can lead to a conflict, and you want to be able to resolve that conflict in a healthy manner. Or, you know, after conflict resolution, you're talking about how in ways you can continue to hold yourself accountable and hold your friend group, your family, and community accountable in the same way so that you don't have these issues in the future. So I figured that's a really good thing to talk about because that's fine. Cool. I think that's a really good thing to talk about because I feel as if in order to continue to grow and to thrive.
All right, adjusted the mic. I'm gonna move the camera.
That's fine. Cool. I think that's a really good thing to talk about because I feel as if in order to continue to grow and to thrive as a community, as a human in general,
Right.
you need to be really good at making sure that you're holding yourself accountable
Yeah.
first and foremost,
Yeah.
and then make sure that, you know, you're surrounded by people who are not afraid to hold you accountable, and also that they're doing it in a respectful, healthy manner so that it doesn't come into this whole big thing. And I think a lot of people have issues with conflict resolution in general.
So as she's talking,
Or people don't want to talk
just
about things, or they
a
feel,
quick transitions between
and so there's various things that you can do to kind of
her and why.
conflict resolution or resolving conflict and just kind of being like,
That way I can see some of my reaction. I see I talk here.
Issue gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and as Steve, you get resentful towards people, it becomes a whole problem rather than going and being like, let's have a conversation that's like, really get to the bottom of this and make sure
I'm about to start talking here.
I think because like addressing conflict takes a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And if you are naturally a lower energy individual, to take the energy you do have and spend it on addressing this thing that, number one, is going to be hard for somebody who even is great with dealing with conflict and has a bunch of energy naturally. It's about to take up my whole day.
Yeah, yeah.
It's about to be my whole day.
Yeah.
And so I understand the avoidance.
Yeah. However, it's making sure that you get to the other side of that so that you don't.
Whoops. I meant to switch to. That's the beautiful thing about Premiere Pro. If you mean to switch to a camera and you actually switch to the wrong camera, you can just hit pause and then just hit the right camera and it'll go straight to it. Right? So boom.
Have that same issues. If you can mitigate that problem and figure out how can we get to the other side of this without it feeling harmful to you, harmful to me, so that we're no longer harming each other in this way, that could be a lot better. Because think about a low energy person is going to have even less energy because they're so fixated on something that's bothering them, yet they're uncomfortable to talk about it.
You think they would be fixated on the thing? Yeah.
I think if something is bothering somebody, they might fixate on it. You don't fixate on things that are bothering you?
But how do you know the avoidant person would be fixated on it? They might be like, if this is their natural state of being, then
You're just holding that in?
just pushing it to the back of the mind.
I mean,
You see?
Inside Out 2.
Right, Inside Out 2, exactly.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was about to say. I was like, and now we know from watching Inside Out 2 that when you throw stuff to the back of the mind, it really starts to mess up your front of the mind. So don't throw stuff to the back of the mind because your subconscious is going to keep bringing it up. So, and then you got to get rid of your joy. So that joy, sadness, and then you got anxiety running. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. And then you're going to get to the I'm not good enough. And it's like, Sorry, I just gave away a lot of the movies. If you haven't seen it, spoiler alert. Sorry, spoiler alert.
For
Inside Out 2.
Because
Yeah, it was necessary. It was a good movie.
Great movie.
It was a really good movie. I cried.
Pixar movies, low-key, are not made for... They're made for children because of the animation.
It's made for your spirit.
They're low-key made for adults
Yeah.
to get through what they were dealing with in childhood.
Right.
Pixar movies are low-key therapy.
They are. Because, like, what's another Pixar movie that's very much therapeutic? Wait, is that Elemental movie? Is that... No, that's Disney. Or is that Pixar? Or wait, Disney bought Pixar. Because
Yeah, it's Disney Pixar.
It's Disney Pixar. Yeah, those ones are very, like, even that one, just kind of how you're so different from somebody, and just because you guys are different, and you're not supposed to be together, like, fire and water would never work until fire and water do work, and they kind of work well with each other.
I didn't see Elemental.
Oh, I thought that was a cute one, too.
Was it good one?
It's on Disney Plus. You watch it.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
It's on Disney Plus, but I'll find a way to get it.
It's okay.
I'll find a way to watch it regardless. Irregardless.
Irregardless is not a word, because regardless and irregardless probably literally mean the same thing.
But it is.
And so
Look it up.
they put it in a dictionary simply because everybody wouldn't stop saying irregardless.
Guess what irregardless means? And it is actually a word. Guess what irregardless means?
Regardless?
It means regardless. But it is actually a word.
Right, right. Yeah, now it's a word. I choose not to use it because I could just use regardless. Instead of putting the ear in, 'cause it doesn't even sound right to me, regardless. How do you hold yourself accountable?
In which regard, like, how do you hold yourself accountable?
Well, let me phrase it like this. One, do you hold yourself accountable for the things that you like have to get done? Just because with making sure that you're being accountable in general,
Yeah.
you want to hold yourself to a certain standard of accountability before you start going to everybody else like you need to be accountable. You need to be accountable. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay. How do I hold myself accountable?
Or do you in general, or do you just kind of let yourself skate through life like, I'll be fine?
I think it all has to do with situational.
Okay.
I think it's a situational thing.
Okay. Well, when it comes to, for example, you have a really good work ethic.
I do. It's true.
So with your work ethic, how do you hold yourself accountable with making sure that you're doing everything that you want to get done, the things you need to get done, and also still having time for yourself?
It sounds like accountability for self-care.
Well, yeah.
Ear accountable is what I am.
Ear accountable.
That sounds like accountability for self-care.
Well, yeah.
Ear accountable. Is what I am. In that
Just
regard.
start throwing an ear in front of everything. Irregardless. Ear accountable.
Yeah, I think accountability.
Throwing an ear in front of everything. Irregardless. Ear in front of everything. Irregardless. Ear accountable.
Yeah, I think accountability. I think that it's like I don't know. It maybe I'm conflating the two, but it's like responsibility, dependability, accountability.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go through. Okay, so the definition of accountability
Right.
is the fact or conditioning.
Also, did I use that word correctly? Conflate? Yeah, I did. I thought so. I'm conflating the two.
I think that it's like
it's like I don't know. It maybe I'm conflating the two, but it's like responsibility, dependability, accountability.
Well, let's go through. Okay, so the definition of accountability
Right.
is the fact or condition of being accountable, responsible. So like literally responsibility.
Right.
So like, how are you being responsible for the things that you need to get done?
Right.
And so you said, that sounds like accountability for self-care. And I personally feel like if you're holding people accountable for certain things, are you holding yourself accountable for certain things?
Right.
As well?
Okay. So holding myself to the standard that I expect others to be held to.
Do you hold yourself at the same expectation as you hold others?
I don't hold anybody to the same expectations as me because I'm the best.
See, because I understand that because I hold myself at a very high standard.
I'm the greatest human being there's ever been.
After me, of course. So he thought.
Yeah. So okay. Accountability. Let's say it's accountability. She thought.
Of course. So
She thought.
he thought.
Yeah. So okay, accountability. Let's say it's accountability. When it comes to like fitness and care of self and in self-care.
Okay.
I work out regularly.
Right.
I eat the right things.
Right.
I'm working on the sleep part. But so like when it comes to self-care and holding myself accountable for being my best and being able to show up as my best, I do what I need to do to show up as my best.
Yeah. Okay.
And I keep tying in accountability with responsibility because it's just, I think it's about being a responsible human being.
Yeah.
Like and dependability. If I say I'm going to do something, then I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Like I think that's what accountability is, at least to me.
I know, I understand that, and then you touch on accountability and responsibility, and you have to remember that like quite literally the definition of accountability has responsibility. And so it's like very much responsibility, and then when you agree to something, it's your responsibility to be dependable.
Yeah.
Because if you have decided that you're going to commit to something, make sure that you're actually committing. Don't half-ass it. Don't decide, okay, cool.
Don't half-ass it.
Committed 75% of the time.
Right.
Oh, and that's going to lower to 60 and then 50, and then it's kind of like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. It's like, okay, well, you committed to this. So either figure out a different way to do it or have that conversation where you can kind of say that you're not able to be accountable for this any longer. And I think that having those conversations and getting to those positions kind of goes hand in hand with the conflict resolution. Because if you are holding yourself to a certain standard to be able to do something with somebody else, for example, and then either you're not able to fulfill that or they're not able to fulfill that, that could cause conflict between you guys.
Absolutely.
And then you have to go there
That's
and
going to cause conflict.
And so with that, then you dive into how are you dealing with the conflict.
So you see there, like all I was doing was watching for my little spikes.
Or what's that?
And if she has a long part, which I like to have her, I like it when she has longer parts.
I was raised with the strike while the iron's hot, and as soon as something pop off, get to it.
Yeah.
We ain't playing about it. We ain't gonna beat around the bush. My mom had the famous quote saying, "I don't sugarcoat shit," and she was right about that. She was just straight up and down. This is what happened. This is what happened. This is how it could have been improved. This is where you did great. This is where you didn't do great. And
yeah, so there's steps within it. It wasn't necessarily like no, you just said. So she was like, "This is what you did.
Right.
This is what I didn't like. This is what you could have done better at.
Right.
This is what you didn't do great at."
yeah, I wish you would have broken it down kind of like that.
Oh.
We got that. We got those things
Oh,
eventually.
you pulled that.
I pulled those out of the belt, out of the cable cord. Is what I pulled out of that from her conflict resolution. She said it happened. We gotta address it right now. Boom. But we ain't gonna go back into that. That was episode 1. Go back to episode 1. But episode in the past, episode 1, something like that. But yeah, it was more so just like when something happens, let's get to it now. That way, it doesn't fester and build up and become worse than it has to be.
Right. Because that puts people in a resentment mood. And not saying that you resent your mom. I'm just saying that a lot of people may get into that position of pushing things back so often. He loves you, Mom. They get into the position of people pushing that back so far and far and throwing that to the back of their mind. And then it keeps coming up and it keeps coming up and it keeps coming up. And then it's like, okay. Or it gets into a thing where, okay, cool, you don't want to handle it. That's fine.
Right.
It's going to get handled because what goes around comes around. You're going to keep dealing with the same issues until you get to a point where you can actually resolve it.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, cool.
So wait. So when conflict comes up, or let's say, for example, we're talking about accountability.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go on a trip. We agree to go on a trip. For example, it's just an example.
Okay.
We're gonna go on a trip, and all right, I can cut out all that bleep blep blep. So when conflict comes up, or let's say, but wait. So when so I'm gonna just cut out all those blip 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 bloops. Let's get to it. For example, we're gonna go on a trip. We agree to go on a trip. For example, it's just an example.
Okay.
We're gonna go on a trip, and we agree to go on a trip. For example, it's just okay. All that extra stuff there, I can cut all that out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, cool.
But wait. So we agree to go on a trip. For example, it's just an example.
Okay.
We're gonna go on a trip, and on the way there, I'm gonna drive, and we're all going to contribute for the gas.
Okay.
somebody doesn't contribute on the gas.
Yeah.
How are you addressing that in the moment? What does that look like? You popping off on dog. You telling them to get the fuck out the car, find a ride.
I'm not a pop-off type of person. Like, I'm not about to be screaming and yelling at somebody because there's something that needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
I don't think that's mature. I don't think that's how you go about things. I think you have like an actual
so you're
conversation.
Mature. You're mature.
I don't necessarily think I'm fully mature for me to.
You're just above it all, huh?
He's funny.
That's what's up.
I'm not saying that I'm like this super mature person. I'm just saying I don't like being yelled at in general. And so
above it all.
I'm not going to yell at somebody. I don't think that's effective. I don't think that yelling is a way for you to communicate in a proper way. And that's something that I feel like I've grown out of. My mom barely yells at me, so I'm like, my mom barely yells at me. I'm not yelling at people.
Soft parenting.
Well, no.
Oh.
I'm just I've been yelled at before, which is why I don't like being yelled at.
Got it. You know how I feel.
Exactly. And so I don't think that it feels like you're talking at me, not talking to me.
Right.
When you're just yelling, I'm not hearing anything that you're saying.
Right.
I'm just over here at the part of, why are you yelling?
Right.
What are you?
Who is he talking to?
Who is you talking to?
Right.
Lower your tone.
Right.
Calm down.
Right.
Do you need to take a breath?
Back up off me.
Because and then it got,
Talking to.
who is you talking to?
Right.
Lower.
Who is you talking to?
Here at the part of, why are you yelling?
Right.
What are you? What?
Who is you talking to?
Who is you talking to?
Right.
Lower your tone.
Right.
Calm down.
Right.
Do you need to take a breath?
Right. To.
Who is you talking to?
Right.
Lower your tone.
Right.
Calm down.
Right.
Do you need to take a breath?
Right. Back up off me.
Because and then it got to the thing is like, I also don't like to yell because my bark is loud. It's scary, and it's like if you start yelling at me, and I get to the point where I have to yell back. It's not. You're not going to be happy about it. You're yelling at me. You started it.
Right.
And like this. I'm a very soft-spoken person. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish it.
Get started. I'm
I'm gonna finish it.
Watch this.
So I don't. And I'm gonna finish it.
Watch this.
So I don't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish it.
You can start it, but I'm gonna finish it.
And I'm gonna finish it.
Watch this.
So I don't think that that's something that's effective. So I think it would be more of a conversation of, hey, remember we talked about everybody's putting on the gas as long as so and so drove. So what's going on? Why aren't you putting on the gas? Don't forget to do this. More of a reminder to start off because maybe they forgot. And then if it's an issue of, okay, why aren't you putting on the gas?
I'm saying here's the response. I get that, but I told you before we left that I was supposed to get paid and they ain't pay me. So like, how y'all just don't expect me to contribute what y'all contributed and you know my situation? How you just gonna do that?
I feel like was the yelling the part where they're supposed to be yelling? Are they yelling?
That was the response.
Oh, okay. So
now you did your explaining,
right.
But then they just kick back at you with that.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, well, I feel as if you didn't have the funds to come on the trip, you probably should not have come on the trip. Have we already left? Are we at our destination of the road trip?
No, y'all at the gas pump. Y'all at the gas pump and it's they turn to put it on the gas. And then they hit you with the. Y'all know I was gonna do it this time, but y'all remember I said they ain't pay me? They ain't pay me.
And I think that's a better conversation to be like, okay, not a problem. When you get paid, just send back to whoever can take your turn right now, and then we'll just go for that.
So y'all just gonna hold that over my head?
That's not even gonna be holding out over your head.
Y'all just gonna let me have it this time?
I feel like you gotta be. Are we not holding you accountable so everybody else has to pick up just because you didn't prepare for? If you didn't get paid, is this the first time that your job hasn't paid you? Is this the first, or is this something that happens often? If this is something that's happened often, that's something you should have been aware of, and something that you were already aware of and could have told
Good conversation, actually.
earlier in time. That hey, by the way, I've been having some issue with my job. They're not paying me on time. I don't know if I'm gonna have the funds to go. I'd like to still go. Would somebody be able to potentially cover it until I get paid X, Y, and Z? Blah, blah, blah. Not a problem. What we're not gonna be doing is sitting in this car yelling at each other. That's what we're not gonna be doing because I will drag you out this. Never mind.
I feel like in this moment.
She said, "'Cause I will drag you off this." That's funny.
Each other. That's what we're not gonna be doing because I will drag you out this. Never mind.
Right. I feel like in this moment. Right. I feel like in this moment you're missing the part that I'm playing is the friend that doesn't hold themselves accountable.
Right.
Right. I feel like in this. Right. I feel like in this moment you're missing. Right. I feel like in this moment. Right. I feel like in this moment you're missing the part
that I'm playing
is the friend that doesn't hold themselves accountable.
Right.
And how that can be an issue, especially when it also sounds like they might also like to address things as they happen, but they might also just be a little immature. Do you think that accountability comes with maturity, or do you think it's like a?
I think accountability builds maturity.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it builds maturity because think about this. If all right, so we decided that we've now resolved the conflict and it works for everybody. You're going to pay us back when, when you get paid, and somebody's going to take care of it.
Right.
And now you're sitting in the back, whatever, and you're thinking, you're going through that. And you've put your headphones in because now you got a little bit of an attitude and you're working through your attitude.
Yeah.
And then as you're working through your attitude, you're having those moments in your head that say, I'm actually really thankful that my friends were able to do X, Y, and Z. I'm actually really thankful that they didn't say, okay, well, you know what, you need to figure out a way to get home because we're not paying for you.
Right.
I'm actually really thankful that X, Y, like that. This is how the situation was resolved rather than it being a whole blow up. I'm really happy that this didn't cause much of a turmoil than it could have. Right. And so those are the things that could be going through your head where you'd be saying, you know what, hey guys, I really appreciate all of you understanding the situation I'm in. I really appreciate you guys being here and deciding to support me and still allowing me to come in. I apologize because I could have let everybody know of my situation earlier so that you guys were aware of the fact that this is what I'm dealing with, and I've been having these issues with my job. And since I've been having these issues with my job, I could run into these kind of problems. And so I think that having that conversation where you're having people hold you accountable for something,
right.
and then you sit with yourself and you go through that process again, and you're like, you know what, let me hold myself accountable by apologizing and deciding how I can be better and having that conversation and continuing to remember that and go through those so that when you have that again, you go on another trip, you could now we've gone to the destination, hey guys, I just got paid. Let me actually take you guys out to dinner. Let's drinks on me. For that first round on me, let's do this. And then it's like what you were supposed to pay back is now taken care of. And now everybody gets to continue on with the time. Your attitude's on. You guys got drinks. You got some good food, and everybody's now happy. Because that's the whole point of conflict resolution. Is it's quite literally the process of ending a dispute and reaching an agreement that satisfies all parties involved. And I think that that's the part that people forget is it satisfies all parties involved. And so that was a situation where everybody ended up being happy. You know, you got paid, whatever. You got paid like almost the next day. Yeah. And now it's good because we're here. We're getting ready to go out. You take that up with your job. We're not going to worry about that. We're still going to have fun. We're still going to take care of you. It's all love. It's all love. Right. And I think moving in that is definitely important. And moving in a loving way when you are resolving conflict and when you're talking about things and when you're holding somebody accountable. It doesn't need to be some, you know what? Clapback type situation. Relax, people. Relax. I said a lie. There was a guy the other day. I was like, the light turned green. 2 seconds later, he's talking to me. I'm literally taking my foot off the brake, putting it on the pedal. He's calm down, sir, calm down. No, I mean, yeah, I get that. However, I just think in general, people who have,
I hear a horn the whole time.
It's illegal to honk your horn that much in Arizona. It is illegal to honk your horn.
Hold on the horn. I'm crazy in this.
No. I do like a quick beep beep. I'm not. If I'm sitting there, he could have gone around. There's a whole empty lane next to me. And it's like, sir, if you were in that much of a rush, that the second that the light turned green,
they're trying to hold you accountable. Be paying attention and hit that gas.
I was paying
as soon as that light turned green. And why you ain't do it?
That's crazy. Right.
Hurry up.
Calm down.
Hurry up.
That's how people get into accidents. Just out here being reckless on the road.
Yeah.
That's so immature to me to still be in that phase where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm having major road rage. Why are you so angry? Why are you driving like that?
They don't realize that I'm already 30 minutes late to work and I got 15 minutes left on this drive.
That is your problem. Hold yourself accountable to make sure you get to where you need to be on a proper time. Don't start blaming everybody else for your mistakes.
Guess the way I'm about to resolve this conflict. It's gonna be honking this horn so I can get through this light. The fuck out the way.
See, I'm not doing. This is gonna make everybody else for your mistakes.
Guess the way I'm about to resolve this conflict. It's gonna be honking this horn so I can get through this light. The fuck out the way.
See, I'm not doing. That.
They don't realize that I'm already 30 minutes late to work and I got 15 minutes left on this drive.
That is your problem. Hold yourself accountable to make sure you get to where you need to be on a proper time. Don't start blaming everybody else for your mistakes.
Guess the way I'm about to resolve this conflict. It's gonna be honking this horn so I can get through this light. The fuck out the way. The fuck out the way. It's gonna be honking this horn so I can get through this light. The fuck out the way.
See, I'm to make sure you get to where you need to be on a proper time. Don't start blaming everybody else. Start blaming everybody else for your mistakes.
Guess the way I'm about to resolve this conflict. It's gonna be honking this horn so I can get through this light. The fuck out the way. So I can get honking this horn so I can get through this light. The fuck out the way.
See, I'm not doing.
Way. Right. The fuck out the way. Gonna be honking this horn so I can get through this light. The fuck out the way.
See, I'm not doing. Else for your mistakes.
Guess the way I'm about to resolve this conflict. It's gonna be honking this horn so I can get through this light. The fuck out the way.
Accountable to make sure you get to where you need to be on a proper time. Don't start blaming everybody else for your mistakes.
Guess the way
like that.
They don't realize that I'm already 30 minutes late to work and I got 15 minutes left on this drive.
That is your problem. Hold yourself accountable to make sure you get to where you need to be on a proper time.
Here we are once again.
Don't start.
Light turn green. And why you ain't do it?
That's crazy.
Be paying attention and hit that gas.
I was paying attention.
As soon as that light. They be trying to hold you accountable to be paying attention and hit that gas.
I was paying attention.
As soon as that light turned green. And why you ain't do it?
That's crazy. Right.
Hurry up.
Calm down.
Hurry up.
That's how people get into accidents.
Yeah.
Just out here being reckless on the road.
Yeah.
That's so immature to me to still be in that phase where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm having major road rage. Why are you so angry? Why are you?
I enjoy making this podcast actually.
That I'm already 30 minutes late to work and I got 15 minutes left on this drive.
That is your problem. Hold yourself accountable to make sure you get to where you need to be on a proper time.
Here we are once again.
Don't start blaming everybody else for your mistakes.
Guess the way I'm about to resolve this conflict. It's gonna be honking this horn so I can get through this light. Get the fuck out the way. Hurry your ass up.
See,
so I can get through this light. Get the fuck out the way. This horn so I can get through this light. Get the fuck out. This horn so I can get through this light. Get the fuck out the way. Hurry your ass up.
See, I'm not doing because it's just gonna make it worse. It's just gonna make it worse.
I'm resolving my own personal conflict, and we're about to have one between each other. Now look, it's conflicted. We conflicted now.
Now there's issues.
Now it's compound conflicts.
Compound conflicts. Wow.
Can we talk about compound conflicts? I don't know if you got it in there,
No. We got.
I mean, if we talking about community, right?
Yeah.
Because you did want to get into like how holding community members accountable can build a better community, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so compounding conflict. Okay, so we're talking about community.
Yes.
For example,
when I look up compound conflict, it literally pulls up war stuff.
Wow,
that's terrifying.
Cause a better community, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so compounding conflict. Okay, so community, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so
when I look up
for example.
All right, boom. Let's eliminate that. Let's see what that sounds like.
Okay, so
when I look up compound conflict, it literally pulls up war stuff.
Wow,
that's terrifying. Compound conflict, it literally pulls up war stuff.
Wow,
that's terrifying.
Causing a whole bunch of wars.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you.
Oh God.
Compound these conflicts. So, for example, it's kind of like just one thing leading to another thing.
Yeah.
There's a big pause here. I'm going to delete this. Going to get this pause out of here. Big pause. I was really trying to think of a good example, huh?
I am upset because, or the government decided they were set leading to another thing.
Yeah.
I am upset.
Yeah.
I am upset because, or the government decided they were going to roll back on how much food stamps we get each month.
Okay.
Now, my job didn't start paying me more money. And now I have a conflict with my wallet and my rent that needs to be paid.
But dang, we had a girls trip planned and we all said that we was gonna put in on gas.
Yeah.
Call back. And then we all said that we was gonna put in on gas.
Yeah.
Call back. And I said that we was gonna put in on gas.
Yeah.
Call back. I said that we was gonna put in on gas.
Yeah.
Call back. Now, we about to have two conflicts because
Now you got a conflict with.
I'm about to have a conflict with my homegirls who all got jobs and they good, but then me, who just had a conflict with the government rolling back on food stamps, now I'm angry. Now it's hurting the community. Now these conflicts that I'm dealing with internally are being pushed out into conflicts that are being created in my social circle.
Right.
Now stresses, and I'm calling stresses, conflicts, these conflicts
Stressors,
that are
yeah.
stresses are building up issues and problems that now I'm taking energy to other people in the community.
That's causing more conflict.
That's causing more conflict.
That's causing more conflict.
That's causing more conflict.
Right.
Now, they just told me that they rolling back on my food stamps and the office is 20 minutes away and I still have another 30 minutes to drive and they close in 20 minutes. So now I'm honking on the horn. Get the fuck go. It's green. It's green. So now she angry at me.
Right.
Conflict.
Now the person that you were honking at
Is
is now
pissed.
irritated, but now they've gone about their way. So you've separated, now making somebody else upset.
So like how do you think community resolves, how do you think community heals to resolve compounding conflicts?
I think first starts with grace. That's one big thing. However, at the same time, it's to get to the root of stuff. And that is something that people have to work on within themselves.
Yeah.
Is to go through and be like, okay, the root of my issue is that the government just rolled back on food stamps. I've got this girls' trip coming up, and we've agreed to these certain things. And I'm now feeling like because I have to spend more money on food for me to obviously be able to survive,
Right.
then it's going to mess with my...
Because my stomach already touching my back.
So the conflict with, with having to spend more money on food, my job's not paying me enough, and I want to go have a conversation with these people so I can make my case, and have not given myself enough time. These are all issues that are kind of within, the not having enough time, that's an issue within yourself. However, okay, so look into the kind of food that you're eating at the current and see if there's certain ways or things that you can shorten so that you can make that better. Maybe don't go for this 20-minute, closing 20-minute drive because you are 30 minutes away. Yeah. And even if you get there,
They're gonna cut my shit off.
even if you get there, you got... Get there,
But they finna cut my shit off.
even if you get there, you got... Hello? I could be there tomorrow.
Shit off.
Even if you get there, you got... Hello? I could be there tomorrow. Even if you get there, you got... Hello? I could be there tomorrow. Get there.
But they finna cut my shit off.
You got... Hello? I could be there tomorrow. Cool. I could be there tomorrow. Bet. If you get there...
But they finna cut my shit off.
Even if you get there, you got... Hello? I could be there tomorrow. Cool. I could be there tomorrow. Bet. I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
And even if you get there...
But they finna cut my shit off.
Even if you get there, you got... Hello? I could be there tomorrow. Cool. I could be there tomorrow. Bet. I'll be there tomorrow. Because it's going to make you even... It's going to cause even more...
But they finna cut my shit off.
Even if you get there, you got... You can shorten so that you can make that better. Maybe don't go for this 20-minute, closing 20-minute drive because you are 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
And even if you get there...
But they finna cut my shit off.
Even if you get there, you got... Hello? I could be there tomorrow. Hello? I could be there tomorrow. You got... Hello? I could be there. Even if you get there, you got. Hello? I could be there tomorrow. Even if you get there, you got. Hello? And even if you get there.
They finna cut my shit off.
Even if you get there, you got. Hello? I could be there tomorrow. Cool. I could be there tomorrow. Bet. I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
And even if you get there.
They finna cut my shit off.
There.
They finna cut my shit off.
Even if you get there, you got. Hello? I could be there tomorrow. Cool. I could be there tomorrow. Bet. I'll be there tomorrow. Because you, what? It's going to make you even, it's going to cause even more conflict when you show up there. And even if you get there, you got. Hello? Get there.
They finna cut my shit off.
Even if you get there, you got. Hello? I could be there tomorrow. And even if you get there.
They finna cut my shit off.
Even if you get there, you got. Hello? I could be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
And even if you get there.
They finna cut my shit off.
Even if you get there, you got. Hello? Look into the kind of food that you're eating at the current and see if there's certain ways or things that you can.
I'd be cracking myself up sometimes.
Make that better. Maybe don't go for this 20-minute close and 20-minute drive because you are 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
And even if you get there.
They finna cut my shit off.
Even if you get there, you got. Hello? I could be there tomorrow. Cool. I could be there tomorrow. Bet. I'll be there tomorrow. Because you, what? It's going to make you even, it's going to cause even more conflict when you show up there and you've hit 19 minutes. Cool. You've cut 11 minutes off your trip, right? And they close in 1 minute and now they won't let you in because they close in 1 minute.
And I'm upset because why was she sitting at the light when it was green that whole time?
Right.
I lost like 3 minutes, but because of her.
So now you've decided to blame everybody else for your issues instead of just saying, okay, I'm not going to have to do this today.
Why was she sitting at the light when it was green that whole time?
Right.
I lost like 3 minutes, but because of her.
So now you've decided to, right? And they close in 1 minute, and now
I'm hilarious, bro.
They close in 1 minute.
And I'm upset because why was she sitting at the light when it was green that whole time?
Right.
I lost like 3 minutes, but because of her.
Dang, what happened to my YouTube?
So now you've decided to blame.
Wait, my YouTube is. What happened to my YouTube? My YouTube is gone all of a sudden. I don't see anything. I don't have any comments happening in my YouTube. It says that it's streaming, but let me see what's going on with it. It still says live. It is live. It says one person is watching. That's cool. For whatever reason, though. Oh, wait. Why am I trying to check my... Y'all need to be seeing me do my thing. Okay, let me see my 15 views already. That's what's up. Hey, shout out to me. I want to make sure that... All right. That's cool. I don't know why it was saying that. Also, shout out to the live viewer. Let's keep going. Let's keep moving and shaking. Okay, now the YouTube is back up. I don't know why it was saying that my YouTube was disconnected when it's not actually. But it's good though.
I decided to blame everybody else for your issues instead of just saying, okay, I'm not going to have time to do this today. Let me.
It's already 2:55.
So they can be aware.
When did it get 2:55?
They might be like, oh, you know what, girl, don't even worry about it. Do what you can. We'll take care of the gas. Or you know what? How about this? Saying, okay, I'm not going to have time to do this today. Let me call my girls and tell them what's going on. So they can be aware. Because just like the first example, they might be like, oh, you know what, girl, don't even worry about it. Do what you can. We'll take care of the gas. Or you know what? How about this? We'll use some of your food stamps for X, Y, and Z, and then we'll get you, and then we'll pay you back with food stamps, some type of something that will make it to where you can still go on the trip, enjoy it. And I think once you start being open and a little bit vulnerable with what's going on, especially with people that you feel comfortable doing that with, it makes it easier for you to not have those conflicts and not have those issues. So that vulnerability that allows you to hold yourself accountable. Because I think too, it's very interesting. Accountability has so many things under it. That's a huge umbrella. Because then you can also talk about accountability. You have to be vulnerable for a bit. You got to be vulnerable in opening up your feelings on how you felt about something. You got to be vulnerable with yourself. You got to be vulnerable with community to be able to say, hey, I this hurt me. Right. It like really hurt me. And it hurt that we never had a conversation about it. And I'd like to have a conversation about it because it's just something that's just been sitting here now and resenting you more and more because it was never a conversation.
Okay, so what you're saying, it almost seems like you're saying that there is a to get to the addressing, because okay, so you had the types of conflict resolutions. What was the one that was like address it? What was that one called? Where you just address it outright?
A lot of spaces there. We can cut off some of that.
What you're saying, it almost seems like you're saying that there is a to get to the that because okay, so you had the types of you had to the addressing, because okay, so you had the types of seems like you're saying that okay, so you had the types of conflict resolutions.
Let me delete all of that because I was kind of yammering, stuttering, blah blah blah.
That you had the types of conflict resolutions.
Sir, calm down.
That's California.
Calm down. No.
What was the one that was like address it? What was that one called? Where you would just address it outright. Saying that you had the types of conflict resolutions. What was the one that was like address it? What was that?
Ever conversation.
Okay, so what you're saying, it almost seems like you're saying that what you're saying, it almost
Error. It's saying that I have an error in my YouTube. Let me check it, make sure it's all right. Well, nope, I'm still streaming over there, so I'm good. But I do want to edit this because for whatever it says, this powered by Restream, and I actually don't want it to say that. Like, we get it, Restream. Yeah, we know. We know. My gosh. So thirsty for the shout out. Man. They're so damn annoying. Like, bruh. We get it, Restream. Damn. We know, Restream. We got it. It's brought to everybody by Restream. We get it. Man. Don't be so thirsty for the shout out. You can't be as big as they are and be thirsty for shout outs. Like, come on, dog. Do better. Do better, dog. So pissed off. Open up YouTube. Okay. I don't know why I keep saying that my YouTube is like disconnected or broken or whatever it's saying, but it's good though, because my Twitch is doing great. Shout out to my Twitch. Let's go view my channel. Everything's good over here. Everything seems fine over here. It says I have one watching, but that might actually just be the that might just be the what am I trying to say? That might just be a bot. I don't know though. Might be one person. Shout out to that one person. Shouts out to you, one person. All right, let's keep going.
It almost seems like you're saying that you had the types of conflict resolutions. What was the one that was like address it? What was that one called? Where you would just address it outright.
So I'm gonna delete all of this.
While you find it, it almost sounds like you're saying that having that capacity to
Okay.
resolve conflict or address conflict
Mm-hmm.
is a is a responsibility that a person has. So let's say, man, you had, for example, you had an issue with that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why didn't you bring it to me? Like, find it. It almost sounds like you're saying, or you just address it outright. While you find it, it almost sounds like you're saying that having that.
I really need to work on my I have learned to not do too much stuttering and the like that, like I do sometimes when I speak. And it's a lot better to just wait and pause.
It almost sounds like you're saying that having that capacity to
See, like those pauses there. I'm trying to think of what to say next. And I don't say the word and a lot, fortunately. Thank God. But those pauses can be a little long while I get my thought together.
while you find it, it almost
So I'm just gonna
sounds like
cut
you're
those
saying
out.
that having that capacity to resolve conflict or address conflict
Mm-hmm.
is a responsibility that a person has. So let's say, man, you had, for example, you had an issue with that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why didn't you bring it to me? Like, yo, I hold you, like, when I.
So I want to raise the volume in all of these. I see that they're kind of low. And it's probably gonna boost it up here once I do that.
When I have an issue with things, I come to you about it, and we resolve it.
Right.
So would you say, like, you hold someone accountable for conflict resolution?
What do you mean? Like, expand on that. It's like hold somebody responsible for conflict resolution
Or accountable? Like, your accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Like
If their accountability is bad, is what you mean, or if they're like over accountability somebody, like, hey, and then it comes to the point where they're just now complaining.
So let's talk about it.
I think that could be a fine line.
It is direct addressing of conflicts often. Can that be seen as complaining?
I think it depends on how big it is. Like, for
man, you had, for example, you had an issue with that.
mm-hmm.
Well, why didn't you bring it to me? Like, yo, I hold you, like, when I have an issue with things, I come to you about it, and we to resolve conflict or address conflict.
Let's speed through this. Let's get through this.
Responsibility that a person has. So let's say, man, you had, for example, you had an issue with that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why didn't you bring it to me? Like, yo, I hold you, like, when I have an issue with things, I come to you about it, and we resolve it.
Right.
So would you say, like, you hold someone accountable for conflict resolution?
What do you mean? Like, expand on that. It's like hold somebody responsible for conflict resolution.
Or accountable, like, your accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Like
if their accountability is bad, is what you mean, or if they're like over accountability somebody, like, hey, and then it comes to the point where they're just now complaining.
So let's talk about it.
I think that could be a fine line.
It's direct addressing of conflicts often. Can that be seen as complaining?
I think it depends on how big it is. Like, for example,
Okay.
let's say you left something in my car, like some trash. And that was like the first time you did it. And I was like, hey, can we have a conversation? You know, you left something like some trash in my car, and I just really didn't like that.
Right.
I feel like when you think of me as a trashy person, like the car is completely dirty all the time.
Right.
So you're just like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? That's not at all what I think. And
And then you're like, okay, cool. So that's one thing. And then like another small thing happens, like, hey, I feel like you didn't respect my boundaries when you told me that you couldn't do something at this time and you moved it to a different time.
Okay.
And you're like, okay, all right, thank you. I understand that. And then there's another problem of, hey, I didn't like that you weren't able to come, and that really hurt my feelings. And I think that those are really good. And then it starts to be like, if those are always very tiny things that you're kind of like, hey, I didn't like that you didn't do this, and I didn't like that you didn't do that. And there's always something. It's like you're doing your absolute best to make sure you're showing up for them on a regular basis and always doing these things. And it gets to a point where it's like, okay, your accountability-ness is actually crossing my boundaries on how I can like do my things.
My capacity.
My capacity. And so then I get that you're saying, I'm telling you I might be able to make it somewhere, and then you're coming to me and being like, hey, it hurt my feelings that you said you only were able to make it. I'd actually like you to really be there. So you're like, well, what? Actually, like, I've just got a lot of things going on this week, and my capacity is this way. Yeah, no, I understand that. However, I think that you should be able to make it to my event, because if you were my friend, you would really be there.
If you really loved me.
Right. And then you start doing those, and you're like, no, I kind of feel like you're weaponizing your accountability, and you're making it to where my capacity and what I can do for you is now is now not important, and you're making it seem like what I need to do on a daily basis for myself is not something that I care about, which is something I care about. Because I need to be able to check in with myself just the same way that you need to be checking with you. I make sure that I show up to 5 out of 7 of your events, and you're upset with me because I wasn't able to go to the last 2 after I told you that I might not be able to make it. And I think in those ways you can kind of be like, okay, you're trying to hold me accountable for not making 7 out of 7 of your events.
Right.
Well, I need to hold you accountable for the fact that I told you I have other things to do, and I cannot always be there. I cannot always sit there front row and just make sure I'm clapping you on.
Hey, big dog, and you're lucky I made it. You're lucky I made it to 5 because.
And so I think in that way you gotta like be cautious on how you're going about your accountability.
I made it to 5 because.
And so I think in that way you gotta like be.
You're lucky I made it to 5 because.
And so I think
You're lucky I made it to 5.
I'm
Right.
clapping you on.
Hey, big dog, and you lucky I made it. You lucky I made it to 5 because.
And so I think in that way you gotta like be cautious on how you're.
Because.
And so I think in that way you gotta like be cautious on how you. Like be
Cautious on how you're going about your accountability. And I think that's kind of how it is. And so let's go into actually the different types of accountability since you brought it up. So there's collaborating, competing, avoiding, accommodating, and compromising. And so then the collaborating style prioritizes relationship over the outcome. Okay. So the goal is to meet all of the needs of the parties, all of the needs of the parties involved in the conflicts. Okay. And it's best used when you care about the relationship involved more than winning the argument.
Got it.
And so that's saying, you know what, let's agree to disagree because I care about you and I value you as a person.
Yeah, I don't even like that. Let's agree to disagree stuff.
You know what I'm
I feel you.
So you wouldn't be okay with the collaborating?
Because how are we making an agreement on a disagreement?
I mean, it depends on certain things. Like, we could disagree about, we could agree to disagree about, like, your favorite color is blue. And I'm like, well, my favorite color is yellow. And you're like, well, yellow is stupid. And I'm like, well, blue is stupid.
Okay, I see.
And then I think
we can agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree on
Because
those
yellow, blue is not stupid.
And yellow is not stupid. It's just your favorite color is your favorite color, and that's great. My favorite color is my favorite color, and that's fine. Wonderful.
Yeah.
And we don't need to be having conflict about those kind of small things. I think it depends on the magnitude of it. Now, when it comes to, like, real moral, like, things, that it cannot be an agree to disagree situation.
Well, let's just agree to disagree. Yeah, murder is okay sometimes. If you think about it.
No. And so, kind of having that.
Yeah, murder is okay sometimes. If you think about it.
No. And so kind of having.
If you think about it.
No. And so kind of having that understanding of what you're comfortable agreeing to disagree on and what things are absolutely unacceptable for you.
But the example that I just gave, people do agree to disagree on, actually.
And I'm
murder, actually.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
And I really
hope that people can be better, because that's wild. So, yeah. Because I'm comfortable with the agree to disagree in small forms.
In some situations.
Yeah, in some minor situations.
What was the next one?
Competing. So the competing style prioritizes outcome over the relationship. And so basically, you're kind of like, I want to win this argument.
I'm finna win.
So yeah, so it's best used when, and so the goal is to meet all the parties involved in the conflicts, all the parties needs involved in the conflict, and it's used when you can.
I want to win this argument.
I'm finna win.
And so basically, you're kind of over the relationship. And so basically, you're kind of like. And so basically, you're kind of like, I want to win this argument.
I'm finna win.
So yeah, so it's best used when, and so the goal is to meet all the parties involved in the conflicts, all the parties' needs involved in the conflict, and is used when you care more about the relationship involved. Oh, I just read the wrong one. My bad.
Okay,
I was like, wait,
nah,
that's not even right.
nah,
The
ain't
goal,
no way. Ain't no way.
the goal is to control the outcome of the disagreement over maintaining a positive relationship with the other party involved.
Okay.
Best used when you care more about winning the disagreement than maintaining the relationship with the other parties.
Got it. Yeah.
And so that's basically
Saying
saying,
that would be the other one. Of sitting there saying, "Oh, murder is okay," and being like, "Oh, let me talk to you about why murder is not okay."
Right.
And be like, "Well, we can agree to disagree." No.
No, we can't.
We
And,
cannot agree
and
to
I'm
disagree.
finna die on this hill. Watch this.
I am, period, because like this is just not okay.
That's
And
not
then
like dying on this hill mentality.
yeah, definitely that, and kind of being like, I don't care who. If you are unable to see this,
Yeah.
then there's really no reason for us to continue on being friends.
Right.
Because you quite literally have different morals than me,
Right.
and I don't know if I could be have a positive relationship with somebody whose morals are so unaligned with mine.
Yeah.
So yeah. And the next one, this is a fun one, is avoiding.
Okay.
So avoiding delays addressing the issue indefinitely.
Okay.
Indefinitely.
Okay.
So it's just not something we talked about.
Okay. No, you're good. Just ask you talk.
Okay.
Just answer,
Cool. And so the goal is to set the disagreement aside until it becomes absolutely necessary to solve the issue, which I think is wild because that's just going to like you said, fester up and grow into something that could be resentment or an issue. And so it's best used when the disagreement is minor. It would take more time and energy to address than just avoid it. So for low energy people who don't particularly want to deal with the conflicts
Right.
because they're like, this is small and minor and it's gonna take a lot of energy from me, I'm just not gonna talk about it until it keeps coming around.
Give me a small and minor situation.
Small and minor situation. Like the trash in the car. Let's say, like you left trash in my car.
Okay.
And let's say I just got my car washed and like it's so clean, just got a super nice detail and everything, and then you left some trash in it. And I quite literally can pick the trash up and throw it in the
A
car.
honeycomb wrapper.
Right. And like I pick it up, I throw it away, and I'm just like, oh, this is irritating.
Right.
And it happens again, and I'm like, all right, this is irritating. And then it just gets to a point where it's
What
like,
the hell
okay,
they leave this damn honey bun wrapper?
right. No, dang well I don't eat honey buns. What am I supposed to do about that? Right, exactly.
But then you don't then send them a text like,
Hey.
hey dog, fuck us up with that honey bun wrapper.
Right. And so then it gets to a point
How you
where
gonna disrespect my car and you know I just got it done? Detail. So you just wouldn't do that.
No,
Yeah.
you just avoid it.
Just avoid that.
Just avoid that. And then let's say, still within the avoidant conflict management style,
Yeah.
let's say that you it happens again.
Right.
You do it again.
Right.
Like a month goes by and you do it again. I'm like, oh, whatever, just throw it away. And then another month goes by and you do it again. And this time I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna get a trash can in my car. And so like I have a little trash can in the car and I put it in the front seat so you can see and everything. And you don't throw it in the trash can. And then that could be a situation where you're like, okay, now it's getting to the point where it keeps happening and I think I might need to address it.
Yeah. So you think I'm a bitch?
Is ultimately
So
what
now you disrespecting me.
Because what I heard you say was, F me, F my mom, and all these people. Like, I don't
Hey,
appreciate
dog,
that.
I've been conflict avoidant this whole thing, but now I'm about to be conflict competition. This shit. Because what's going on? And I'm finna die on this hill because you saw the trash can.
Right.
Yeah.
So that would pretty much be how that goes. I don't think avoiding it lasts for very long because it's like an indefinitely
And you still owe me gas money for that trip that we took.
You just read up all the old stuff that you've been avoiding. And I think that's what would happen.
That's exactly what happened.
They're just sitting there
There
just
goes
going,
memory coming to the front of the mind.
all that back of the mind stuff is like, and Joy had to come get it because Joy was like, I've been kicked out of the headquarters. Sadness is here with me. Disgust and fear are here too.
Oh my
And we
God.
gotta go. We gotta get this.
Wow.
Because we can't have
Oh
this.
my goodness.
And so yeah, you gotta put it all in the water.
So it sounds like avoidant is okay for.
they're
There
just
goes that
going,
memory coming to the front of the mind.
all that back of the mind stuff is like stuff that you've been avoiding for very long because it's like an indefinitely ignoring.
And you still owe me gas money for that trip that we took.
You just bring up all the old stuff that you've been avoiding. And I think that's what would happen.
That's exactly what happened.
That you're sitting there
There
just
goes
going,
that memory coming to the front of the mind.
all that back of the mind stuff is like, and Joy had to come and get it because Joy was like, I've been kicked out of the headquarters. Sadness is here with me. Disgust and fear are here too.
Oh my
and we gotta
gosh.
go. We gotta get this.
Wow.
Because we can't have
Oh
this.
my goodness.
And so, yeah, you gotta put it all in the water.
So it sounds like avoidant is okay for a one-time instance.
I think for a one-time and small things, I don't think that people should avoid things often. I
Right.
think bringing it up would definitely make sense.
Right.
Make sense and would be fulfilling for both parties involved because then it's like if we can get to a world where we constantly have healthy resolutions of conflict
Yeah.
and just being able to say, hey, this bothered me without somebody being like, and it's
Right.
like, whoa, why does it have to be so aggressive? Can we just calm down? We don't need to be yelling and screaming at each other. Something bothered you? Come talk to me about what bothered you. Don't sit there and scream and then I'm sitting here confused
Because you're yelling at me about something that never happened. What? Because now you're mad about everything else going on in your life. And you're not doing this stuff about you blame everybody else for every issue that you're dealing with instead of getting to the root of what you're dealing with.
Right.
And then you're just going through. So I think avoiding it just kind of makes it fester, and then it starts mixing with other issues that you've been having with other people, that you've been having with yourself, or you've been having just in general, and then it's a whole problem. And now you're taking it out on one person instead of sitting there saying, this one thing bothered me with this person, and this one thing bothered me with this person. And like, why do you want to have things that are bothering you with every single person?
Right.
Release.
Your wife told you that you couldn't have a side chick, so now you Muslim.
That's the root. That's the yeah. All right.
Instead of just addressing it, you was avoiding, and then
That's such an interesting analogy because, like,
Take that out.
what?
Okay, 27 minutes on the second recording. All right.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't recommend avoiding it for too long. That's the root.
Hey, chick. So now you must.
How do I have to add right here I have to add the abounding box. Let me see. So I have to do number one, a bleep, like a beep sound.
Now you must. So now you. So now you.
Just add a go to my effects panel. Find motion, bro. Do they just have a beep sound? Beep. Um um let me see. How do I find a I'll do like censored sound or something like that, right? Like censored sound. Censored sound effect, yeah. Show y'all what I'm. Oh, can't hear it. Need a longer one. That one's kind of long. That one's kind of long. Okay, I'll use that one. I like that one. What did I say? YouTube to MP3. Anybody remember back in the day, like back like LimeWire days when like these YouTube to MP3s used to be slapping for real, for real? Shout out to those days. Like I used to have like whole albums that I would do off of like YouTube to MP3. And right there would always be these things down here, which were just advertisements. You had to hit the right one. Save as sound effects. Censor beep. And I think to make this easy, I'll just add the well, we already know what I need to do here, but I'll just add the where's my sound effect? Let me see, let me find it. Sound effects, censor beep. Take it over there. How is it already 320? Doesn't need to be that long. This needs to be this long.
So now you Muslim.
There we go.
So now
I need the best part of it though. Like there. Like that amount. And when I put it in there, I'm gonna add just like a Gaussian blur overlay. That'll be fun.
now you
So over the video, let me see. I'll make an adjustment layer. This is dumb. This is fun. Let me see, Gaussian blur. If you've been here for a couple of days, you know that this Gaussian blur has been coming in clutch lately. And I'm going to put this one right over my mouth. So it needs to be really small. Like that. And I'm not going to repeat the pixels on the edge. Let me see. You take that off. I can fit it like that. And can I curve these in or no? I don't think so. Can I I'm gonna wait a minute. I'm gonna make a yeah, there you go. I wanna do it like that. And then can I like feather it? Yeah, like that. And now I just need to make it bigger. Now I can make it blurrier. Mm.
a side chick. So now you
That's the That's the root. That's yeah. All right.
so now you
That's the root. That's yeah. All right.
instead of just addressing it, you was avoiding, and then
That's such an interesting analogy because
we're gonna
like
take that out.
why
27 minutes on the second recording. All right. Yeah.
release.
Your wife told you that you couldn't have a side chick. So now you
That's the root. That's yeah. All right.
instead of just addressing it, you was avoiding, and then
That's such an interesting analogy because
we're gonna
like
take that out.
why
27 minutes on the second recording. All right. Waiting, and then
That's such an interesting analogy because
we're gonna
like
take that out.
why
27 minutes on the second recording. All right. Okay, 27 minutes on the second recording. All right. All right.
okay. Yeah. So I don't recommend avoiding it for too long. I think that could cause a lot of trauma for people rather than just being like
A side chick. So now you
How did this get moved?
so now you you so now you
that's the root. That's yeah. All right.
instead of just addressing it, you was avoiding, and then
That's such an interesting analogy because
we're gonna
like
take that out.
why
27 minutes on the second recording. All right.
okay. Yeah. So I don't recommend avoiding it for too long. I think
We gotta
could
take that
cause
out.
A lot of trauma for people rather than just being like, let me try to address this. And even if you need to take some time before you address it, that's totally fine. So you can get your thoughts together, so you can calm down, so it doesn't bother you as much. That's fine. I think just when you sit there, totally fine. So you can get your thoughts together, so you can calm down, so it doesn't bother you as much. That's fine. I think just when you sit there and you avoid, fine. I think just when you sit down, so it doesn't bother you as much. That's fine. I think just when you sit there and you avoid it, or fine, so you can get your thoughts together, so you can calm down, so it doesn't bother you as much. That's fine. I think just when you sit there and you avoid it, or you hand it off and pass it off to somebody else to handle it for you, like first off, that is high school. That is middle school.
That sounds like high school. And
That's
middle
that
school.
kind of stuff that I used to go and tell my best friend, hey, will you go tell that person that I don't like what they did and that because I'm feeling nervous about it? And it's like, my best friend's a Taurus, so like
that's that avoidant.
right. And so like me avoiding it and then passing it on to somebody else to deal with,
Right.
where is that fear at? Where do you think that's okay at? Instead of you dealing with it yourself, are you a child?
Yeah.
You must be a child.
Yeah.
You must be a child.
How many times has the messenger been killed because of the message that they delivered?
Right.
Now we're talking about community conflicts. Now we back to it.
Because now you've caused conflict between few people who never had any issues because you didn't want to face
And talk about something yourself, and you didn't want to hold yourself accountable for how you caused problems within this also, because it takes two to tango. So there's not really too much of oh, well, this person did this to me, and there's always a cause and effect. So this person did this to you because this happened, and so that's why. And you have cut out what you've done and simply focused on what they've done, which was the effects. So you didn't talk about your cause. You just went on to the effects, and then you pulled in another person and only told them about your effects. No cause. And now there's beef between two people who didn't have any issues before. And so now it's just become this whole big thing, and you've just ruined a whole bunch of stuff simply because you didn't feel comfortable holding yourself accountable ultimately.
Hold that right there.
Okay.
ruined a whole bunch of stuff simply because you didn't feel comfortable
Holding yourself accountable.
holding yourself
for what
accountable
you did.
ultimately. Holding yourself accountable
you did.
ultimately.
Okay, so
See what can really cause. So look how a lack of accountability. So look how
it's there. That's where we're cutting in.
Ultimately.
so look how
So we're gonna pop over to 2.
You didn't feel comfortable
holding yourself accountable.
holding yourself
for what
accountable
you did.
ultimately.
So look how a lack of accountability can really cause communal issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
You,
And so
don't, you don't see what you did wrong, and next thing you know, there's a whole situation happening. Issues.
yeah. Yeah.
You,
And so
don't, you don't see what you did wrong, and next thing you know, there's a whole situation happening out in the streets because you gave what they did, but you didn't give what you did.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's like, stop holding everybody else accountable for the things that you've done
Right.
instead of taking a second and being like, well, actually, I didn't like what they did. However, I could understand if they didn't like what I did either.
Right.
Or maybe I should have a conversation with this person so that I could understand what they didn't like that I did, and so I could understand,
And then they can understand what they did that I can like, so we can move forward and we can like have a peaceful community instead of just deciding, well, I'm just gonna do this because blah blah blah, and it's like that's not even how that works, and you're not growing. Like you're just sitting there, and is this how you've dealt with all of this? Which is why you're so comfortable bringing somebody else in and making it to where you're quite literally acting like a high schooler again. That's not cute.
That's really what it is.
It's not cute. Almost 30 people. And so,
All right, so you have, there's one more. That was 3. Oh,
Five
there's
total.
5 of them. Okay.
yeah. So this next one's accommodating.
Okay.
Accommodating also prioritizes
stuff simply because you didn't feel comfortable
Holding yourself accountable.
holding yourself
for what
accountable
you did.
ultimately. And so it's like, stop.
Because you gave what they did, but you didn't give what you did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's like, stop. Or maybe I should have a conversation with this person so that I could understand what they didn't like that I did, and so I could understand, and then they could understand.
There's one more. That was 3.
2 more.
Avoid.
And so,
All right, so you have, there's one more. That was 3. All right, so you,
and so,
So actually, I might be able to cut out all of that extra there. Save a minute.
and you've just ruined a whole bunch of stuff simply because you didn't feel comfortable
holding yourself accountable.
holding yourself
for what
accountable
you did.
ultimately.
All right, so you have,
Holding yourself
for what you
accountable
did.
ultimately.
All right, so you have, there's one more. That was 3.
2 more.
Avoid. Oh,
5
there's
total.
5 of them. Okay.
5 total. Yeah. So, this next one is accommodating.
Okay.
Accommodating also prioritizes the
She did.
ultimately.
All right, so there's one more. That was 3.
Two more.
Avoid.
There's five
there's
total.
5 of them. Okay.
5 total. Yeah. So, this next one is accommodating.
Okay.
Accommodating also prioritizes the relationship over the outcome. Goal is to concede the conversation to the other party fully and maintain a positive relationship.
I feel like we tapped hands. Let's go ahead and just high five. Accommodating the other party fully to
Maintain a positive relationship. Yeah.
Now, how much accommodation?
Ooh.
What? Okay.
This is interesting
Keep
because
going.
this is best when you know you're wrong or the relationship is worth far more than the outcome. So this is also a good way of holding yourself accountable.
All right,
While
so
you come in and you're saying, you know what, I was wrong in this situation.
I cheated.
Damn, you just gonna jump.
Yeah, let's go to the extremes. This is the biggest.
All right.
Let's go to the one that is just so just straight up and down. Because how many people have gotten beat up because
They cheated?
well, not even that. Because
They cheated?
well, not even that. I think that when it comes to conflict resolution, sometimes the conflict that needs to be resolved is misdirected. Like, why are you trying to fight me when your committed girlfriend cheated with a dude that she randomly met at the club?
That's true.
Why are we fighting, big dog? I don't even know you.
Right.
Why am I fighting this random man off the street? Who are you?
Man, you coming up
Who
to
are
me
you?
like, do you know who Sally is?
Who
And I'm
are
like,
you?
yeah, I know who Sally is. Well, Sally's my girl. Well, I didn't know that. Sally told me she was single.
Right.
What do you mean? Well, Sally and I have been married for 10 years. Well, I don't know.
When I met her, she was Tasha.
And that's why I'm confused.
Hold up.
What do you mean? What do you mean? And so I think, yeah, that too. And then that comes where Sally, Tasha, Nikki, Tina, whatever her name is, comes up and says, hey, I was wrong. I've been cheating. I got hoes in different area codes. And let's figure this out because how can I accommodate you? How can I accommodate this for us to get over this hump and make it better for both parties involved so that it's a positive outcome? Maybe we still want to be together and we're just coming to an agreement that maybe we'll go to couples counseling so you won't cheat anymore, so I won't cheat anymore, whoever was cheating.
Right.
And figure out why were you cheating in the first place.
Right.
Get down to the root. It's very interesting because I feel like conflict resolution and really managing those conflicts comes with like getting to the root of what the actual issue is rather than sitting there and trying to find, because I think that happens so often is you're upset with somebody for what?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you spent a month at my house and now you're mad at me for what?
Why are we beefing?
Why are we beefing? You were fine 2 days ago and I didn't get to talk to you for those 2 days and now you're mad at me. I don't understand what's going on.
I forgot to give the cat water for a couple hours. Why are you moving out?
Right. It was like, I'm literally, it's okay.
Wait.
It's okay.
Wait.
Huh? What's the root thing? Well, I just I'm happy in my life. It's
Right.
like, okay, let's
Yeah.
talk about what the root. Oh, you spent a month at my house trying to find. You spent a month at my house and now you're mad at me for what?
Why are we beefing?
Why are we beefing? You were fine 2 days ago,
Right.
and I didn't get to talk to you for those 2 days, and now you're days ago,
Right.
and I didn't get to talk to you for those 2 days, and now you're mad at me. I don't understand what's
Right.
going on.
I forgot to give the cat water for a couple hours. Why are you moving out?
Right. It was like I'm literally. It's okay.
Wait.
It's okay.
Wait.
Huh? What's the root of thing?
Yeah.
Well, I just feel like.
A couple hours. Why are you moving out?
Right. It was like I'm literally. It's okay.
Wait.
It's okay.
Wait.
Huh? What's the root of thing?
Yeah.
Well, I just feel like I'm not. What's
Right.
going on?
I forgot to give the cat
Me, I don't understand what's
Right.
going on.
I forgot to give the cat water for a couple hours. Why are you moving out?
Right. It was like I'm literally. It's okay.
Wait.
It's okay.
Wait.
Huh? What's the root of thing?
Yeah.
Well, I just feel like I'm not happy.
Give the cat water for a couple hours. Why are you moving out?
Right. It was like I'm literally. It's okay.
Wait.
It's okay.
Wait.
Huh? What's the root of thing?
Yeah.
Well, I just feel like I'm not happy in my life. It's
Right.
like, okay, let's
Yeah.
talk about what the root is.
Yeah.
You know, guys get yelling at me and be upset with me because you're dealing with something and you don't know how to deal with that.
See, but that's what I was asking about earlier. Like, is that a part of accountability? Is conflict okay? So let's say somebody's conflict, their default conflict style is avoidant. And when they do say, okay, I'm about to resolve this conflict, it appears as a blow up. And so you're
Like they blow up?
Yeah, they blow up. So it's kind of like, hey, I have to hold you accountable for addressing issues as you see them coming to you.
Yeah. Or take like a little bit of time to be like, let me really sit with this so that I can figure out a healthy way to resolve this conflict without blowing up on somebody, without going off on someone. Because clearly I am understanding that if this is a pattern, that every time there's a conflict, I end up going screaming and yelling at somebody, that's something you need to deal with on your own. Internal. Because why are you so upset? Like, you're upset when you're driving, you're upset when you're at work, you're upset when you're at home by yourself, you're upset, like, you're just upset with life. What's wrong? That's something you gotta deal with on yourself. That's really the thing. Get down to the root causes of what's going on in your life for you to be so upset with everybody. All the time. Like, now you're just an angry person who's just moving around, and quite literally your spirit is filled with anger because you don't know how to go to somebody and say that this is bothering me and I didn't like that you did this in a calm way without raising your voice and screaming at somebody, because screaming at somebody does not get your point across. It just makes you look childish, and it just makes you look like you don't know how to communicate properly, and I think that that's embarrassing.
The way that you put it sounded really mature and great, but the way that I'm gonna go about it is, hey, look, big dog, you dealing with something right now that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know what's up with you right now, but we good.
We good.
So
calm down with all that.
I don't know what's going on with you, but I need you right now to figure out what's happening with you.
Yeah, internally, because
and this is the way I'm about to resolve this conflict, is putting you on game so you need to deal with whatever you got going on.
Right.
I'm about to resolve this conflict right here, right now.
Right.
Leave me alone. Back up off me before I say the wrong thing, as a matter of fact.
What's that? Mind your business, that's all. Mind your business.
Because if you don't deal with what you got going on, we got to have something going on.
And so I think that that's definitely
The way I'm about to resolve this conflict is putting you on game so you need to deal with whatever you got going on.
right.
I'm about to resolve this conflict right here, right now.
Right.
Leave me alone. Back up off me before I say the wrong thing, as a matter of fact.
What's that?
Okay,
Mind
wait.
your business. That's all.
Okay,
Mind your business.
Because if you don't deal with what you got going on,
I
we
might have
about
to
to have
deal with
something
it.
going on.
And so I think that that's definitely.
You don't deal with what you got going on,
I
we
might have
about to
to
have
deal with
something
it.
going on.
As-
Because if you don't deal with what you got going on,
I
we
might
about
have
to
to
have
deal with
something
it.
going on.
And so I think that
About to resolve this conflict right here, right now.
Right.
Leave me alone. Back up off me before I say the wrong thing, as a matter of fact.
what's that?
Resolve this conflict right here, right now.
Right.
Leave me alone. Back up off me before I say the wrong thing, as a matter of fact.
What's that?
Okay,
Mind
wait.
your business. That's all. Mind your business.
Because if you don't back up off me before I say the wrong thing, as a matter of fact.
What's that?
Okay,
Mind
wait.
your business. That's all. Mind your business. Mind your business. That's all. Mind your business. What's that?
Okay,
Mind your
wait.
business. That's all. Mind your
Wrong thing, as a matter of fact.
What's that?
Okay,
Mind
wait.
your business. That's all. Mind your business.
Because if you don't deal with what you got going on,
I
we
might have
about
to
to have
deal with
something
it.
going on.
And so I think that that's definitely the.
But don't let it get to there, though.
Yeah, no.
You got going on,
I
we
might have
about
to
to
deal
have
with
something
it.
going on.
And so I think that that's definitely. What's that?
Okay,
Mind
wait.
your business. That's all. Mind your business.
Because if you don't deal with what you got going on,
I
we
might
about
have
to
to
have
deal with
something
it.
going on.
And so I think that that's definitely the.
Going on,
I
we
might have
about
to
to have
deal with
something
it.
going on.
And so I think that that's definitely the.
But don't let it get to there, though.
Yeah, no. Try to definitely mitigate it before it gets there.
Yeah.
Because that would be the
And with you.
yeah internally, because
And this is the way I'm about to resolve this conflict, is putting you on game so you need to deal with whatever you got going on.
right.
I'm about to resolve this conflict right here, right now.
Right.
Leave me alone. Back up off me before I say the wrong thing, as a matter of fact.
What's that?
Okay,
Mind
wait.
your business. That's all. Mind your business.
Because if you don't deal with what you got going on,
I
we
might have
about
to
to have
deal with
something
it.
going on.
And so I think that that's definitely the.
We
might have
about
to
to have
deal with
something
it.
going on. Deal with what you got going on.
I
We
might
about
have
to
to
have
deal with
something. Deal with what you got going on.
I
We
might have
about
to
to have
deal with
something
it.
going on.
And so I think that
That shit
that's
was hilarious.
definitely the.
But don't let it get to there, though.
Yeah, no. The.
But don't let it get to there, though.
Yeah, no. Try to definitely mitigate it before it gets there.
Whoever's watching this on YouTube
That-
right
that
now,
would
I
be the
appreciate you. You're a
extreme.
trooper.
That's what be the extreme. I think that. Yeah, I think too many people are just not.
There's somebody.
actually tapping in with themselves to be like.
One
what's
of you is
bothering me?
over there.
I notice like I don't like to complain, so I notice if I why did you do that? You
What
think-
really is a complaint, though? I think we're back. I feel
I
like you
think-
never really.
if I why did you do that? You
What
think-
really is a complaint?
I notice like I don't like to complain, so I notice if I why did you do that? You
What
think-
really is a complaint?
me. I notice like I don't like to complain, So I notice if I why did you do that? You
What
think-
really is a complaint, though? I think we're back. I feel like you
think-
never really answered that.
Oh, what's
for
a complaint? I feel like, okay, to me, complaining is when you bring something that's like that you can do something about easily over and over and over and over again.
Over and
Like, for
over and over and
example, like,
over
there's
and over.
balloons from the house party. So if I was like, oh my gosh, I hate balloons. I don't like balloons, however. So if I was like, oh my gosh, I hate balloons and I'm sick of all these balloons in here, and I just keep complaining, like keep talking about it, as if I can't throw the balloons away, pop them and just throw it away. It's kind of like, okay, you're complaining about something. So I notice when I start talking about something that I can do, like literally can take care of myself, then I'm like, okay, this is bothering me. That means I need to go actually do something about it. Because I don't sit there and just be like, oh, well, I didn't like this and I don't like that, I don't like that. And actually, I think I might be, I don't think I'm an avoiding conflict resolution management styles type skill person. I think I might be, I don't think I'm compromising. We haven't even gotten to compromising yet.
No, talk about compromising.
Compromising is also puts equal emphasis on the relationship and the outcome. The goal is for both parties to feel somewhat satisfied with the outcome. Best used when a deadline is approaching or a situation is no longer when a deadline is approaching and any solution is better than no solution. And so really just kind of getting to the aspect of this is not that deep. That's really what it feels like to me, is like, it's not that deep. Let's figure out how we can get what's a solution for this? What's a solution for this? I'm a very solution oriented person. And so I don't necessarily,
So that's why I kind of feel like that. Because I'm kind of like, what's the solution? What's the solution? However, I think it also mixes it with a little bit of collaborating, depending on what it is. I mean, I could be a little bit of any of them.
So check this out. So let me give you an example of compromise.
Okay.
I feel like in this situation, please, what it sounds like.
Go.
So any solution is better than no solution. All right, great. So you keep leaving trash in my car.
Right.
Honey bun wrappers specifically.
Right.
And after avoiding it for so long, but then getting pissed off, I told you, hey dog, catch the bus.
Right.
You ain't getting in my car no more.
And
Catch the bus.
I'm here like, well, what's going on?
Well, we roommates.
It's
And
heck of funny.
we both work at the same spot. And the bus on our route, it only comes to the point where you would either have to be to work every day an hour and a half early, or you would be late. So I don't want you to get fired, and I don't want you to have to like waste all that time. So look, dog, hey man, look, I'm compromise. You want to ride with me? Cool. Bring your honey buns. But you ain't eating them no more.
There's no more eating in the
No
car.
more eating in the car.
Yeah.
If you want to ride with me, there's no more eating in the car.
Yeah, that would be a compromise. Or the other compromise is, like I said, there's now a trash can in the car. So be like, hey, it's good. Please make sure you throw your, like, every time
No,
you
because you said that they saw the trash can.
Yeah, no,
They
this
still
one.
threw it on the
Well,
trash can.
this one
That's
is
out the window. That's out the
Well, this one
trash
could
can.
be-
Trash can ain't been in there since I found the wrapper, and I went and bought the trash can, and you still missed it.
Well,
So
that could be a
trash can is
conversation of saying, hey, look, and then they're like, well, I don't have time to be able to
That
eat
was
in the
my
morning.
compromise.
Right. So then they're like, can you pay it? Well, I need to eat in the car because I don't have time to eat in the morning. Well.
But that's it. That's it exactly.
Okay.
Any solution is better than no solution.
Okay. So I mean, I'm just saying, if that's the thing and that's the rebuttal, then the solution could be, okay, well, I have this trash can. If you're going to eat in the car, you need to put the trash in the trash can. If you're not, and I find the trash out of the trash can again when you get out of the car, then I will be leaving, and I won't even be telling you that I'm leaving.
Right.
So you got a couple different compromises with that. Is either catch the bus. You got options. Love options. I love giving people options. Catch the bus. No eating in the car, or make sure you just throw your trash away.
So I think we're gonna get out of here because we're running long. But in closing though, like I think I'm a little bit confused on accommodation and what's the last one we just got to?
Compromising.
I'm a little confused on accommodation and compromising. Then.
Well, no, because compromising is quite literally finding a solution.
But accommodation said that the person in the wrong admits that they're wrong.
Yeah.
So
And so accommodating is when you want it, like when you're wrong, or the relationship is worth more than the outcome. And so you're still valuing the relationship. And so if you were doing accommodating with that, it would be like the person going to you and being like, hey, bro, I noticed you've been kind of moving a little bit like distant from me. And I think that I might know what it is, and I did peek the trash can in your car, and I just like accidentally dropped the honey bun wrapper, and I forgot to pick it up, and that's totally my bad. So it's like I want to make sure that I can still get rides with you. I want to make sure that we're still cool. You know, we're roommates, we're friends, we work together. You know, we spend a lot of time together, and I don't want it to feel as if you're annoyed with me on a regular basis because when I'm not doing to make sure that I'm showing up properly for you in this friendship. So I'm gonna stop eating in your car, or I'm gonna make sure I just throw my honey buns away. Or I'm gonna actually prepare myself so that I eat breakfast before we even go, or I'm gonna start getting myself some of those shakes. I'm gonna do something so that I am no longer inconveniencing you and making you feel discomfort. I think that's what accommodating would be, because now they're accommodating your needs.
I don't know. It always seems weird because like, it feels like accommodation would have to be the person who is in the right has to accommodate the person
No,
who's
because
in the wrong.
if that was the case, if the person in the right is coming to the person in the wrong and saying that I'm accommodating you, then that's kind of avoiding. That's basically avoiding, because then you're sitting here saying, yeah, you know, you're not stating your grievances, you're not holding them accountable. You're just ultimately saying, it's fine, you know, I'm just gonna keep picking the trash up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
And so then the compromise is getting a solution like the trash can, or saying no more eating in the car.
Right.
Accommodating is saying, you know what, my bad for not doing X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna start eating breakfast early, so I'm not eating in
I'm
your
gonna
car.
accommodate your wishes.
I'm gonna accommodate your wishes. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I think that everybody should look into to the different types of conflict management styles, making sure that you're doing those, and making sure that you're holding yourself accountable before you hold everybody else accountable. It's a root issue. get to the root issue of what's really bothering you, so that you're not causing conflict within your friend group, within your family, within community, simply because you're dealing with something. We would love to support and help you. However, cannot help you if you cannot help yourself. Unfortunately, you've got to do some work on your own in order to unlock your DNA and what your DNA really has within it when you start connecting with yourself and figuring out what's bothering you. So yeah, I think that if everybody can get on the same accord of being really good at conflict management and learning the different types so that you know which ones are good for you in the circumstances that you need to address conflict in. Yeah, and then holding yourselves accountable, and definitely hold yourself accountable first. And even when you're going into holding somebody else accountable, I feel like I thought I did. I never do. I don't know, they're small, whatever. Going into holding somebody else accountable, I didn't. I feel like I thought I did, and I never do. I don't know. They're small, whatever. And when you're holding yourself accountable, making sure that you're getting down to that root cause, so that when you hold others accountable, it doesn't come off as a attack. Because I think too often accountability can come off as an attack, and you don't want to attack somebody when you want to hold them accountable. You just want to have a conversation and make sure that you're having healthy conversations and healthy relationships. So, yeah. Thanks for tuning in into another episode of Essential Magazine with Jonathan and I, as we spoke about accountability, conflict resolution, and how utilizing these in a healthy manner can really make for a better community, relationships within yourself, and relationship within your friend groups and your family. Please, please, please make sure that you are loving and taking care of yourself. Please, please, please make sure that you are loving and taking care of yourself always, because if you don't love you, how do you expect anybody else to love you? I always love that line. Check in with us next time. Check in with us. Check in with us. Check in with us next time as we talk about more topics and really continue to grow as a community so that we can be successful, prosperous, and happy as a community the way that we deserve to. I'm Key. This is Jonathan. This is Essential Magazine. Thanks for tuning in with us. And big announcement, we are now available on all podcast platforms. So you can watch Essential Magazine on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. And you can also listen to it wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure to tap in with us, and we'll see you guys next time. Good?
That was great.
Perfect. Before we get started, I do want to take
I am almost there. Drop in some lower thirds and things like that. And I'm gonna be out of here. I'm not doing extra stuff today. I did the one extra thing I said I was gonna do, and that was just the
of Essential Magazine. I'm your host, Key, and today my co-host for the day is John.
Woo.
Essential Magazine. I'm your host, Key, and today my co-host for the day is Jonathan, also known as Johnny D. Smitty from Johnny D. To go off. It's only Tuesday, however. Johnny D. Smitty from Johnny D. Smitty Productions. How are you, Jonathan?
I am doing great.
Also known as Johnny D. Smitty from Johnny D. Smitty Productions. Johnny D.
I'm gonna move this all over actually.
Smitty Productions. How are you, Jonathan?
I am doing great.
A name there. What do I want my title to be? Director. Founder, Johnny D. Smitty Productions. Sure, that works. Founder is fine. Founder works.
from Johnny D. Smitty Productions. Jonathan, also known as Johnny D. Smitty from Johnny D. Smitty Productions. How are you, Jonathan?
I am
I'm not sure what happened really, because I didn't move anything. All I moved was
How are you, Jonathan?
it's a little weird.
Johnny D. Smitty Productions.
I don't know why it's moving like that. Oh, maybe because I switched the font, I'm guessing.
Also known as Johnny D. Smitty from Johnny D. Smitty D. Smitty from Johnny D. Smitty from Johnny D. Smitty Productions. How are you, Jonathan? Known as Johnny D. Smitty. Is Jonathan, also known as Johnny D. Smitty from Johnny D. Smitty Productions. How are you, Jonathan?
I am doing great.
Maybe I'll add some stroke to it. And darken that shadow a bit.
Is Jonathan, also known as Johnny D. Smitty from Johnny D. Smitty Productions. How are you, Jonathan?
I am.
I'll do the same for hers. I'll give her the black shadow all the way up, and then the stroke will be the same. I think I put it on 2, I think. I'm pretty sure I put it on 2.
And welcome to another episode of Essential Magazine. I'm your host, Key, and today, my co-host for the day is Jonathan, also known as Johnny D. Smitty from Johnny D. Smitty Productions. How are you, Jonathan?
I am doing great. I am doing really, really good. It has been
How are you, Jonathan?
I am doing great. I am doing really, really, really good. Doing great. I am doing really, really good. It has been an amazing. I am doing great. I am doing really, really good. It has been an amazing. I am doing great. I am doing really, really good. It has been an amazing, amazing, amazing week so far, and I'm feeling pretty terrific. How are you doing?
I'm actually also having a pretty darn good week to go off. It's only Tuesday, however. Monday has been pretty done. It was good. Tuesday's been good. It's been a good time.
Nice.
It's a good time. Can't complain. Had a good weekend.
Nice.
Been living real peaceful.
What did you do this weekend?
Oh boy, I went to. Oh. Okay, so it started on Thursday, right?
All right.
I went to an event and there was a talk about it was at Kinfolk, and it was a talk about kind of relationships and putting yourself first. And once you put yourself in the position of being really tapped in with yourself, and then looking into partnership, and then also using community as another way for people to go to, so that when you do have a partner and you're in a relationship, you're not relying everything on your partner. Figuring out what things can you get from yourself, what things can you get from community, and then what things do you need from your partner, rather than completely overwhelming like yourself or your partner with whatever you're going through. Making sure you have somebody to lean on.
Okay.
Type shit. So it was good. So Friday, my friend, who was the organizer for a lot of the events that happen at Kinfolk, she hit me up and was like, "Come play spades," because they had a spades and dominoes contest.
You want to play
tournament.
spades?
Hell yeah.
Oh, I saw you post that thing on your
Oh yeah, about how I'm so good at.
Okay, so now I just need to color this up and we are gonna get out of here. I'm mad because the first camera angle that I had was fine, and then it got really bad and bright because the sun came out. So we're gonna have to remember to close the curtains or something. And let's boost this a little bit. So first of all, it's safe. So let's not go too crazy on the colors. Let's just get it done. Really all I think we really need to do is boost the saturation a little bit. Here, let's do this actually. We can knock this out very quickly. Yep. All right. So let's just compare these all to each other. Comparison view. Yep, exactly. Get the targeting for all of them. Okay, now let's see her camera. That's her camera there. Might just be a little orange. Might just be a little orange. What do we need here? Take out some pink. We just need to boost the saturation a little bit. Yeah. Man, how bright I got. Yeah, I can work with that. Hers look pretty good off rip. So that's what's up. So I think my camera looked the same way in the second one as well. So let's see what that looks like. Okay. Now let's see how it looks over here near the end. Okay, I can definitely boost the shadows a little bit on this one. Or just let me see something. Decrease the contrast a little bit. And then actually I need to change this one up a little bit. Boost the contrast on this one a little bit actually. I need to change the color temperature on this one. Oh, wrong one. Wrong layer. There we go. Okay. This thing has been silent, but y'all have been watching me work. At least hopefully y'all have. We haven't been missing this master class on, because I think this is much coloring as I'm going to do. I think I'm done here. I'm tired. I am really, really tired. Like, wow, that is bright. Wait a second. Something is off. What is the... I'm curious what the color... let me sequence settings. It's Rec 709. That's interesting. So if that's true, then why is it so bright right here? Is it this bright? Is it actually this bright over here? Did I miss this part where it gets this bright? Oh, I did miss it. Because it's super bright here. Turn this down, way down. It's not terrible. It's not the greatest, but it's not terrible anymore. I think I'm gonna have to just be satisfied with that because that sun really came out to wreak some havoc. So we're gonna have to watch that for the next time. Make sure the curtains and blinds and all that kind of stuff is closed before we get to rolling. Because wow, this one really did some damage. All right, let's make sure all of our layers are open. Like that one was not. Make sure all of these are back to where they're supposed to be. Look, missed that one as well. Let's go ahead and save. I'm gonna render this out. I'm not playing with this. We have some black spots for some reason. Not sure why. Let's do this. Let's do that. This, that. Okay. Terrific.
Before we get started, I do want to take a moment of silence for Sonia Macy.
I'm about to have a conflict with my homegirls who all got jobs and they good, but then me, who just had a conflict with the government rolling back on food stamps, now I'm angry. Now it's hurting the community. Now these conflicts that I'm dealing with internally are being pushed out.
Okay, great. We're just gonna go ahead and have it be that. Let's just have it be that because I am tired and I'm done. I'm tired and I'm done. What's happening up here? Oh, right.
So now you your wife told you that you couldn't have a side chick. So now you.
How does it keep moving? It moves like every time I feel like every time I go to it, it's at a different spot. Or it's smaller. I'm gonna bring it all the way over here.
Are you? Are you? So now you.
That's the root.
Now you. A side chick. So now you.
That's the root. That's yeah. All right.
Instead of just addressing it, you was avoiding, and then.
That's such an interesting analogy because like
take that out.
why?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'm done. I'm exporting this. I am tired. I am so exhausted right now. Like I did what I said I was gonna do, so I'm just proud of myself for that. I feel like I want to do it in why is it saying that this is 42,000? Why is it saying this is gonna render out to be 42,000 gigabytes? Or 42 gigabytes? Because I know people aren't rendering things out to be 42 gigabytes. Or even 10 gigabytes. Why are these so large this time? I'm confused. The original videos that these were being pulled from aren't even this big. Like, am I missing something? Okay, let's say I was like, let's do it 4K. And I wanted to just decrease how much the bit rate was that the encoder was doing. Is this really 10 gigabytes? Right, what if I did 20? Let me see what would happen if I did 20. And if I did 30? All right, I'm doing this. Let's do it. Wow. Y'all. Y'all. How did this get over here? Y'all, I think I'm done. I'm so tired right now. It is ridiculous. I am so tired. This is crazy. Like, my eyes actually hurt. Oh, wow. My eyes really, really, really hurt. Man. Shout out to the people watching who just followed me through that whole process. So yeah, I shoot things in 4K now, and I render things out in 4K. And yeah, this is really heavy on my CPU. So I'm gonna end this stream now. But thank you for being here, and I will see you all at the next stream. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm lagging. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's doing its thing in 4K. So I will see you all at the next stream. I am Jonathan Smith. Thank you for watching me edit a podcast. Hopefully when you edit a podcast, you can reference this. I do this for you. Be sure to catch Key Essentials or the Essentials magazine on YouTube, because this podcast will be dropping. Even though if you watch this, you heard a lot of it, but we're coming to you live and direct very, very soon. So, yeah, let's get this money, and you all have an amazing day. Is today Wednesday? Yeah, today is Wednesday. Have an amazing Wednesday. Goodbye.